We get it almost every night. And when that moon gets so big and bright, it's supernatural. Hey, everybody. Thank everybody for showing up today. We are getting started. Okay. Okay. Checking on some things. How's everybody doing? You like that? I love it. Let me play a little bit for you guys. I love it. A little bit for you guys. I love it. We get it almost every night. And when that moon gets so big and bright, it's supernatural delight. Everybody was dancing in the moonlight. Everybody here is out of sight. They don't bark and they don't bite. They keep things loose, they keep things alive. Everybody was dancing in the moonlight. Hey, everybody. Thank you guys for showing up today. We've got a lot coming down tonight. You guys, we're going to talk. We're going to talk. We're going to share our feelings, some things that's happening. And you guys, I'm going to be honest with you. I know that I woke up after working and conversating all night with many of people. Some of you guys that's in the chat right now. And so it's funny how a person can be in their feelings. And yeah, the fly is still somewhere running around here. I seen it when I came downstairs. Anyway, we're going to share a lot of information today. I'm reached out to a couple of people. I hope they come in. I hope they come on the StreamYard. I hope that they share with you guys the things I heard. If they don't share with you what I heard, I'm going to share with you what I heard. Because I'm in my feelings a little bit. I'm in my feelings. Hey, Imp Easy is in the house. He says, here's a super chat. Thank you for the super chat, Imp Easy. And we early. We early so we can do a dance. Let's do a dance, you guys, because we're 2 minutes early. Let me find it for you real quick. We don't normally do the super chat dance. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you guys for sponsoring this channel. Because we're going to get it. Super chat. Super chat. Super chat. Super chat. And Easy in the house. Kicking down doors. Knocking out windows. Super chat. Thank you for the super chat. What the heck is going on? He did something there. See, somebody's texting me, you guys. We're going to do this dance. 2 emojis in the house, you guys. Put those blue hearts in there. Release. Shake it up. Shake it up. Stir the pot. Stir the pot. Stump it out. Stump it out. Won't he do it? Won't he do it? Won't he do it? Won't he do it? Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Won't he do it? Won't he do it? Won't he do it? Won't he do it? You guys, thank you guys for showing up today. Thank you, Amp Easy. He is coming through the house, busting down them doors and kicking down windows. We're going to get into the topic today, you guys. This is, trust me, I'm glad that you guys showed up. It's going to be about 3 hours. We're going to go into the facts, then theories, and then your opinions. It can go in any kind of order, but we want to share with you everything that we can. Make sure you guys You see the links in below. We got the Top Design LLC. Make sure you guys check out that site. They make shirts all kind for all shapes. You guys, for a very low price. They sponsor this channel. You get a discount. Make sure you tell them you're Warriors for Children, and if they'll help you. Won't he do it? Won't he do it? So they'll make a shirt for you if you've got a reunion coming up, a birthday, one, two groups, you name it. You're going on a cruise with your girlfriend. You guys need to wear the same shirts. Go to the Top Design LLC and check them out and tell them SP Newsmaker sent you. And make sure you guys go to Nora's Authentic Designer Handbags for your latest gift to anybody that's having a birthday, anniversary coming up. She has all your name brand handbags, shoes over there. And we have a little commercial that we're going to have to share with you guys. We're trying to get a lot of the things that the shirts that you guys ordered. We're waiting. We're getting our samples together. I've seen one. I want to see another one. And so we can go ahead and order those. We've already got it ready to go. And we're going to show those shirts again. If anybody wants in the second order, let me know. I am going to share with you guys our sponsors commercial. So
Nora's Closet has a new name and a new website, you guys. It's called Nora's Authentic Designer Handbags, and this is the grand opening. It is open to the public, and we're going to take a look at it before anybody else do. Nora has the Jimmy Choo collection, handbags and shoes to match. Expensive, but worth the price. Shoulder Guess handbag and Louis Vuitton. Guys, she's the queen of handbags. Don't be fooled. And sexy is still in. High heel sandals, flats and pumps. Michael Kors, Chanel, every name brand you can think of. Go over to Nora's Authentic Designer Handbags and more and use your W4C and get your discount. Nora's link is down below.
hold on. Thank you, Amp Easy, for supporting this channel. You guys, anytime you want to support the channel, you can go ahead and click that button over there down to your right. That's a super chat. We normally do our super chats in the daytime or other times, not on the StreamYard, but I just wanted to give Amp Easy a shout out. Make sure you guys go to those two links that you see in the chat. If they're in blue, they're for you. We have our Nora's Authentic Designer Handbags, and also we have the Top Design LLC. If you guys got a business out there and you're trying to get your shirts, they got the lowest prices. We've been around, so we've been checking around. So if you need a shirt made, give them your design or tell them what you want. All the information is down below in the description box. And what do you mean you can't hear me? Bella, can you hear me now? She said you're muted. So you guys, we invited this segment is part one of taking it to the streets. Every time when we go into taking it to the streets, we're reaching out for everybody to get on the same page, all the information that we have, you have, and people, we're inviting them to come on, talk about whatever they know. We're going to talk to them. And so some of the false information that we have to quit bickering about it. I'm in my feelings a little bit. I'm going to share with you why. And some of you guys already know, you know. So this is the Braylen Noble case that we're talking about. I can't see all of you guys' information. So forgive me. The phone number, if you need to call in, you got something to say. I want everybody to get on this. Okay? You got something to say? Call and let it be heard. Just don't tell it to me. I'm up all night working and I hear y'all complaining. Why this? Why that? What? You know what? Everybody is angry about some things going on. I'm upset too. I'm upset too. You guys understand? Um, I don't know. I'm gonna be honest with you. When a family comes out, well, let me refresh. Some people may not know what's going on with this case, and then we just start just like everybody's been here, yesterday. Some people wasn't here yesterday, so they don't know. Thank you, Elaine, for the super chat. Thank you, Elaine, for the super chat. Thank you, Elaine. She said, "Thank you, Elaine." We put you up there, girl. It came across. Let me see. I'm trying to get my computer to work. It wasn't working before, so I just had to do what I had to do. So anyway, but thank you because this channel don't run on air, you guys. So sometimes when we come on here, I'm supposed to be looking at houses right now, and I don't think we're gonna make it to the auction because I need to see the houses before I bid on them. So we're gonna wait until the next auction, which is on September the 29th, and we'll go to that one. It just probably wasn't meant. I was in my feelings. She says, "You keep going in and out." I know. I know. That's what the StreamYard is doing. That's why I said I'm kind of glad I haven't paid for it yet. Because if I, it's just doing that. Now, the only reason why I came on the StreamYard is because other people said that they wanted to come in. Make sure you guys are using your blue heart emojis. That is for Braylen Noble. That's his favorite color was blue. So that's why when you see blue hearts, they've been following this case, and we know they've been following because they know what the blue hearts is standing for. You guys. Thank you, Elaine, for the super chat. Thank you. Y'all coming in here supporting this channel. Okay, let's get into some of the information because we are 10 minutes into this conversation. She says a family group member mentioned how your show can be hours long. Hold on. Hours long, but called news nuggets. Yep. That's because sometimes it takes time. Paula, I'm gonna tell you something. It takes time. If somebody just get one information and they go run with it. But sometimes we got to break this stuff down because a lot of people have information. You got Facebook, you got Instagram, you got YouTube, and you've got thousands and thousands of content creators, and all of them have some information. But they're all over the place. They're all over the place. So we're like, hey, bring your information all here because see, we go out into the streets and we say, hey, talk to me. We have somebody right now talking to somebody right now, trying to convince them to come on. And they're a big person. And they just getting the information like 5 minutes ago. Would you come on and talk to SP? Because this is going on and you know about it. So they could say yes, they could say no. I'm gonna tell you right now, we don't beg, but I would love to have this person show up. I really would. Very good speaking person. They know a lot of the details, like like we know and like I know. And if they open up a bag, maybe I'll jump right on in there. That's why I want you guys to come. If they open up a bag, I'm gonna jump right on in there because I ain't scared. I ain't scared. But anyway, this is the Braylen Noble case that we're following. And you guys know that on September the 4th, he came up missing. They searched for him for 6 days and they had no sign. We not for sure yet. Was there an Amber Alert or not? The news said it was. We can't find one. We just don't see it. The family said it wasn't one. And only but one person out of 500 people said, oh, it was Amber Alert. I said, show it to me. They can't show it to me. Well, they probably took it down. No, they don't take that down. Once it's an Amber Alert, it's an Amber Alert. Somebody got it. And if nobody got it, it wasn't one. Maybe they didn't hit all the stations like they were supposed to. But it's supposed to hit social media so we can take that picture and we can run across it, while we go streaming live, so people can look for that child for 6 days. I've never seen an Amber Alert. Never did. Okay. Lexi says was no Amber Alert. So make sure that's one thing that we've been looking at lately. And I'm gonna tell you guys something. There was no Amber Alert in the King Hill case. Now we just don't come on here just to talk about situations and the gap and speculate. Yeah, we're gonna do some of that, but we want to be effective. So with this group being as big as it is, and it is huge, you guys, we are making numbers and we're busting down doors. And we want to come in there and we want to act like we know what we're doing, even if we don't sometimes. But I tell you what, numbers speaks volumes, and people listen to you when you have those numbers backing you up, and somebody's watching everything that they're doing. So one thing they did not do was an Amber Alert. So we've got a petition. Somebody please put it in the chat. If you do not know about it, go over there to the petition and sign it, because in the King Hill case and in this case, there was no Amber Alert. Why is there's only an Amber Alert for certain people? We went through the criteria. They both met the criteria, which was they was abducted, they're missing, they don't know where they are, they need to be looking for this child. The second criteria was they was under the age of 17. Both of them fit that. The other one, do you have a description of this particular person that's missing? Both of them, description. I mean, you got to have a picture of the child. You just can't say there's a child, but you don't know what he looked like. And here's something else. Just tell it all, shouldn't be no secrets or any info kept hidden. The child is dead, period, Tasha said. No, there isn't. Hold on. This is SP. Who's calling?
Hi, SP. This is Gen C.
Hey, Gen C. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good.
Good. I just have like a few little comments about about the Amber Alert and stuff. I do not have any factual cases on this case, but I had a child who passed away in a home at 12 years old, and totally came in and investigated, and I understand now. At the time, I didn't understand, but if anything, I mean, they were already under the assumption that I was guilty of some kind of crime without knowing anything or any circumstance.
Mm-hmm.
And so, and I had to ultimately prove my innocence before, and it should be the other way around.
Right.
But is why they don't issue Amber Alerts is because they already have their preconceived notion of what they think happened. And so it just takes away from, and I know with all these cases and children passing away, and that's just what their first thought is that automatically they've done something to them. And if you don't answer the proper way or you don't give the right answer, I literally lost my 12-year-old child. I had 4 other children. They separated everybody, would not let my 7-year-old, who just witnessed his brother passed away in bathtub with nobody, because everybody had to be separated. I went to the hospital and immediately they asked me to be interrogated. And you're so distraught, you can't even think of details. Like you can't, like, it's just like, okay, wait a minute. Like I knew I just got off work. Okay, what time was it? Oh my God, what was I doing? Oh, who was doing this? Oh, and immediately they said, would you submit to a drug test? Yes, but what if I would have came home from work that night and drank some alcohol? The whole thing would have went left. So it just depends. Like it's so, and like the 911 call, when I was on the phone with 911, I couldn't even remember my name. And instead of them just getting me help at that moment, it's like they wanted all this other info in case something was, transgressing. And so I was just screaming, and they're asking me, well, what time and who is this? And could he have taken anything? And I'm like, well, he's 12 and he came home from school. So would I hope that he wouldn't take anything? But is it possible? Yes. Yeah. And, so you're just like saying, and so it's like all this stuff, and it's like, they're just so trying to catch you in this.
Right.
Yeah, and I think it's just really, really such a disservice to these children because immediately the sole purpose should be whether or not the parent is guilty or not. That's for time to come. But immediately action should be taken for everybody, regardless of race, religion, sexuality, anything. It's just one way, and then that way, there's just no way that anybody could be felt to be discriminated against.
Well, they can do two things at one time. They can already have their opinion about the person that has lost a child, but at the
Right.
same time, that Amber Alert should be going out because,
Absolutely. And I think that because they already have their preconceived notions, it takes away from the proper steps that they should be taking no matter what. Like, okay, like let's say let's say, I'm of a certain color, so I don't get the same rights as someone else. That's not okay. I should have the same rights as if of that person, regardless of what they think or where I live or what kind of neighborhood or, I anything of
exactly.
anything. And I just think that officers just automatically look at the situation and automatically assume, oh, okay, well, you know what? We're not going to really work too hard because we already know what happened. And I just think that that's not the way to go. You have to give everybody the benefit of the doubt and then work through it.
Right. Okay.
And that's all I'm saying. Like with all these cases, like I know everybody wants to analyze I can pretty much listen to a 911 call because I went through it or talk or, all this stuff. So I can pretty much know like by their body language or what, because it's such a devastating moment. But, I mean, how do I know that they're not, just so devastated that they can't even think at that moment? And literally, I could not. They wanted me to do CPR. I couldn't even focus to save my life.
Right.
And so I just think that like everybody analyzes it because they're not in that heightened state at that moment. But it's just like it's like when I listened back to the 911 call after,
right.
I said, "Oh gosh, that doesn't even sound like me." And because you're in chaos, like you can't even grasp that my child is gone. Like you can't even grasp that.
Right.
And so, I think that we all just need to be patient and but I do think that the officers need to have a one-way program for everybody. An Amber Alert goes out, certain steps are taken no matter of what they feel or what they feel that other person has done. And until they exhaust all of that, then they can do the investigation as the other part is going on also.
Right.
I just think everybody deserves that. And I think that the children deserve it the most. Like every child, whether or not they deserve it.
Okay.
So that's all I wanted to say. So I appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, guys. Bye.
Bye. She hit some good points. There is no petition for Braylen. Well, the petition is let me see here. She says the petition is King Hill petition, but it's for Braylen also. What it is saying to them, and we need to find a way. That's why I've got someone that reaching out right now. One of our family members is reaching out to some people up there in Toledo that can make that happen. So we invited them to come on to the show this evening. Now, whether they come on or not, and we say, hey, what are you guys doing? What are you guys doing up there? You mean to tell me your babies are dying and you guys don't even put out an Amber Alert? Are you talking to the officials down there, the mayor, the DA? Who's making these calls? And why nobody's watching to see if they're doing what they're supposed to do? Why is one baby can get a Amber Alert and another one can't? Regardless if you think this mama did something or not, the baby is missing. Okay, so and I don't know if these people are going to show up, but let's talk about some of the facts in this case, you guys. Let's talk about some of the facts. So one of the facts is we do know on September the 4th, there was a phone call that went into dispatch on September the 4th that said that this baby was missing. Now, the 911 call, we don't know for sure if that is the original or have it been tampered with. But at one particular point, a lot of people have said they hear the young lady, and it all depends on which video or which channel you're on to know exactly what time it is. The time on our channel may not be the same time as somebody else's channels because we got commercials, we got introductions. So somebody say, "Oh, it's at the 18 mark." Well, over here it's not the 18 mark. It's probably the 2:03 or 2:04, 2 minutes and 4 or 3 seconds. And people say, "Did you hear it? Did you hear it?" And some people say, "No, I didn't hear it." Okay. So we do know that there was a call that went through on that day. Now, we don't know if it's the true call, if somebody tampered with it, because it was on SoundCloud. And usually dispatchers don't put 911 calls on SoundCloud. But that's what I was told. Doesn't mean it take away from it, because people will say it was on SoundCloud and they don't know where the source actually started. Okay? Dejanay says, she said, I killed him. Okay. You guys want me to pull that up real quick? Let me pull it. Let me just be patient. I'm gonna stay right here with you guys, but I'm gonna see if I can pull it up real quick. Okay, I'm back. I'm back. Don't worry. Don't worry. I'm back. No worries, baby. So I went and pulled it. Are we buffering or is the thing just going in circles and stuff? She said, I killed him. I don't want to go to jail. Okay, let's see. Let's see here.
What's emergency? Yes, we have a missing 3-year-old. Autistic nonverbal. 15, Gibraltar Heights. 3415, I'm sorry, 3415. 3415, Gibraltar Heights, apartment number. 3415, I'm sorry, 3415. 3415, Gibraltar Heights, apartment number. Yes. 15, I'm sorry, 3415. 3415. 3415, I'm sorry, 3415. 3415. 3415, I'm sorry, 3415. 3415. 15, Gibraltar Heights. 3415, I'm sorry, 3415. 3415. Okay, what's this? Autistic nonverbal. 15, Gibraltar Heights. 3415, I'm sorry, 3415. 3415. 3415, I'm sorry, 3415.
Okay. I don't know why we're buffering so much on one phone. We're buffering on the other screen. We are not buffering. But you guys, what did you guys hear? Did you hear it? Somebody keeps saying, I heard I can't breathe. I did not hear I can't breathe. It was nowhere near I can't breathe. I heard I killed them. That's what I heard, you guys. I heard I can't breathe. Who's Lisa? Lisa Hoderfield saying, I heard I can't breathe. I heard I killed them. Then I heard I'm going to jail. Have listened since it went on. Yes. Yes, I killed them. I killed them. Okay. I heard I killed them. Just heard it again. I killed them. I killed them. Is that what everybody's hearing? One person said, she said, I can't breathe. Yeah, it was very loud and clear. Do you guys need me to try to see if I can turn it up and go back into it again? Let me see. Oh, it's already on 100. It's already on 100. I went over it like 7 times. Let me see this. Yeah, you're going to go where the light is, buddy. Okay. Maybe they know he wasn't kidnapped. Clear as water, man. Do we need to listen to it some more? We're going over facts, theories, and opinions. Do we need to go over it anymore? Anybody else need to hear it? Tonda says, I heard I killed him and I'm going. Is there any info on the mom or maintenance man? There may be some. She said it more than once. Thank you, Denise. Everybody said, I heard it. Everyone listened so hard. We're hearing different things. Dang, I hate that. Fly, you gonna die. It's clear as day to me I killed them. Okay. Everybody says no. So, okay. I had to see. I had to make sure. I don't know. Maybe this phone, maybe I need to cut it off and go out and come back in or something. Let me see if that'll help. That's better. If you see some buffering going on, go out and come back in. Well, it worked for a minute. I don't know. Anyway, if that's happening on your side, go out and come back in. Sounds like she didn't mean to, though. Yeah, that's what it did. Marie says, and a lot of you guys, I don't know. So Marie says, SP News, do you believe that guy that said he saw her in the woods? Do I believe him that he saw her in the woods? Yeah, I believe she was in the woods. We got pictures of her being in the woods. So, I mean, she went out looking also. That's a fact. That's not rumored. But I don't know what what the conversation was, but she was out in the woods. There's pictures of her out in the woods. Did you guys not see the pictures of her in the woods? Now, did she go while they were there, or did she just go out by herself? If it was my child, I wouldn't wait for everybody to show up. I would go. I really would. He didn't fall out that window per the autopsy. No. You guys, let's talk a little bit. Anybody wants to call in if you think you got something you want to say. I'm not going to talk for all 3 hours. And if we can't get no interaction and this because everybody said they wanted to get some closure, they wanted to speak their minds. If I can't get any, matter of fact, I need to send an invite. Hold on. I need to send an invite. Uh-oh, somebody's calling in. Hey, this is SP.
Hello. Hi, SP. It's Marie from Chicago.
Hey, Marie, how you doing?
I'm doing good. Sorry, I had my TV on. I'm calling because I've been following this case for a baby. And I will tell you first off.
I can't hear you.
Oh. Sorry. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. I've been following this case about this baby since it started. And I will tell you, first off, I listened to that 911 call, and she spoke very clearly in the background and said, I killed him. It was right after the mother and misquoted the address to the 911 operator. And then the daughter corrected the mother on the address. And it was like she was talking to herself. She said, I killed him. I heard her clearly in the background. Right. Then number two, this woman never cried. I've watched on camera. I've watched when she went out to the car. She was lackadaisical walking out to the police car, her and her mom. And I'm going to tell you, this case is very similar to the famous Casey case, where they gave up all these things of what could have happened to the baby, knowing that the mother killed the child, and her own mother and father lied for her. This girl got off down in Florida, killing her baby.
Right. And
it's almost like they knew that case, because some of the things in that case is similar to this case.
Right.
That's the problem is they couldn't get that baby off those premises. They could not get the baby off the premises to say someone had kidnapped them or whatever. So all these lies came about. And they couldn't get the baby in the pool. There was too many people around. So I do believe the baby was out in Florida. Or I do believe someone had the baby's body and brought it back to the apartment complex to put it in that swimming pool. I clearly saw on your viewing when I watched your show how the lady passed right through the bars, passed right through the bars, walked right down to the swimming pool. It is no telling how this occurred, but I believe this. I believe the mother lied for the daughter. The daughter killed her baby. It's no way the child fell from that floor and didn't break a bone. Nothing happened to him. I believe that I have all these little daughters. I believe that he was possibly strangled. If she didn't abuse him, if she didn't beat him, she choked him. And
okay.
Possibly died. I'm just going on the fact that early on, the coroner said there was no broke bone. If you dropped it out the window or he fell out the window, he'd have something on it. And my understanding, there's an air conditioner unit right there. So the baby would have got hurt if he fell.
Okay, but I got to ask you this question.
Mm-hmm.
I got to ask you this question. So I guess now you those are facts. What you just said, that there's no broken bones or whatever. So he probably couldn't have fell out the window, right? But the autopsy, the initial autopsy right now says that he was in the early stage of marbling in the face. Now, I'm gonna tell you something. This baby been missing for 6 days.
Yeah.
Here's something we need to look at. He's just now in the early stage of marbling. That's the first phase of decomposition.
That's right.
That's the first stage. That means that only happens in the first, from the minute of the last breath. The early stages only happen in the first, your last breath to the 36 hours when rigor mortis is completed and set in. So this baby been gone for 6 days and he's just now in his early stages of marbling.
And that's
how could that be? How could that baby be in his first early stage of marbling?
It's in the freezer.
You believe he was put in the freezer or something?
Oh, I believe so. I believe his body was put in something, because for instance, say like his whole motive was to get the baby's body in the pool, because that takes the onus off the Now, if you take the baby out and then you got the baby in the cart, which obviously the car was feeding through there, you got the baby in the cart, and then you can't get the baby in the pool, then you're going to have that decomposition start setting in on the body.
Yeah, decomposition starts from the face and then it goes down.
Right. So if think about it, he was 6 days, he was just put in that pool that last day, those 24 hours. That I believe when those people left that night, the people that been sent out by that gazebo, when they left that night, that's when they took the baby's body in that pool.
So but what if he wasn't already gone and the person got angry? Because remember when she was on that interview, she says, bring him back. I know he's crying. Here, you called my phone. So it sounds like she was talking to a certain someone. Or was that kind of not so even?
Let me tell you what she was doing. And this is where criminals get stupid. They get sloppy. We have a president right now sitting in the White House that uses his Twitter account to send out messages to his PR to do things. And what she was saying to the person that had that body, got to bring him back. Because guess what? Everybody's looking at you now. Where's this baby? They're searching. This little baby couldn't have walked mile after mile after mile. So they're looking for this baby. So if you want to say that he accidentally drowned in the pool, you've got to get him back to that building and get him in that pool. And let me tell you another thing about drowning, where she's also making mistakes. And let me let you know, if the FBI is on her, they know she did it. They know they did it. Because even if the baby was in that first phase of composition, when you're in a pool of water, the body starts decomposing in a different way. And I said, if that body wasn't decomposing like it had been sitting in that pool all week, which we know he wasn't in the pool because they checked it, then that meant the body was somewhere else and someone put it there.
Right.
So they already know they're lying. Because two things. A body where air gets to it starts a rapid decomposition.
It starts at their last breath and it goes on for 36 hours.
Right.
That's within 2-4 days, the body will sit in rigor mortis.
That's why we say only the facial features. He was put in a freezer. I can guarantee you. And the thing is, they think they're smart. They need to pull any computers, any phones these people have. Killers look up. Don't ask me why they do. They always look up how they're going to do something. Even down to the screen. If you look at the screen looks like somebody punched it in from the outside. So how could the baby fall out of that screen when it looked like it was punched in from the outside? If you look at everything they said, it's something wrong with it.
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you what they're doing right now. They are actually building a murder case. There is a grand jury right now looking at this case. So everyone, fear not, they're going to get them. But see, it's more than one person involved here. The mother and father has lied to that daughter.
But they haven't been charged.
That's because you got a grand jury. Usually, when you have a case this high profile, especially involving a child, they take things to the grand jury. So they build the case up. They take it to the grand jury. And then the grand jury review the case. Then they decide if someone's going to be arrested. I can guarantee you, these people, the prosecutors, are taking it to a grand jury. There are more people involved.
Okay.
And it was something else that she said when she was out there talking and telling somebody what she wanted done. When she mentioned the swimming pool, that just threw me on the interview. The first interview you do about your baby missing, you're going to mention, and the swimming pool was nearby. Something she said about the swimming pool. So to me, that was telling telling somebody, go put them in the pool.
About the swimming pool on the first or her only interview?
On that first interview, I think it was with the Channel 11. And let me tell you something else. If you see the Channel 11 interview, before they taped, she was calm, not crying. And then when they start taping, she started these fake crying.
Right.
At the end of the tape, she asks the reporter, "Are you going to take that out?" The reason why she wanted it out was, why would you not be crying before they start questioning you? Why would you be crying? Why do you have to make yourself cry? I saw that interview, and I know everything is staged. Everything they're doing is staged. But let me tell you, they've got the pressure of the people on them. And that's where they have to be careful.
Okay.
Because it's something about little children. It's just something about it which just breaks your heart. When you see these people that don't want their kids. And you know, I would tell you, I'm from back in the day, I'm old school. They're called welfare babies. You know?
Yeah, welfare recipients.
Don't want to work. You know, they go have the baby to be on welfare. They have the mama did it, the daughter did it, the new baby did it. I mean, that's why these grandmothers look so young. You know, it's because that's how they live their lives. They don't care about these kids.
Okay, I thought she only did one interview. Did she do more than one interview?
I think she did one interview, but I don't know if there were other media stations. Because, see, I know this particular station was called Channel 11. That's all I remember.
WTOL 11?
I think so. And if you go back, they have a pre-test where they want to make sure their equipment is working. And she's just talking nonchalant and everything, like nothing's wrong. Like her baby's not missing. And then when the reporters say, "Okay, we're ready," all of a sudden, and if you could find, does anybody know where my baby is? You know. And then after that, she says all what she's gonna say. At the end of it, the reporter is letting her know it's over. She says, "If you listen clearly," she says, "are you gonna take that off?" She's talking about the first part where she has no reaction about her child. She wants them to remove that. And I give the TV station kudos for that. They left it in there. If you go back and look at that station,
okay.
I'm pretty sure.
Let's look at it.
If you look at that station, she does a preliminary test.
Okay. Let's look at it. Let's look at it. Hold on, caller. Hold on. Yes.
I love you, baby. Hi.
Hey, I'm live. What's going on?
Okay, well, I'm here with my nephew.
Okay, so you want me to send you the link?
You can.
Okay.
I mean, did you want your face on there? You don't mind your face. You don't care about his face being on there. He said, okay, he's down.
All right, I'm going to send you the link, okay?
Okay, man.
All right.
All
right. Okay, caller, I'm sorry.
Oh, there you are. Okay.
So we're gonna. So you say let's go. You want us to go over the
If you look at that interview on the first.
Okay,
part,
we're gonna go back over the interview. We're gonna go back over the interview. We've got a guest that's waiting in the pew in the lobby. So caller, let me see. What's your number? 1. Okay. I'm writing down your number because we got to get this caller. We got to get this person that we wanted to interview. They just called in, and we're gonna go back over this interview. I got your number wrote down. Hold on. No, I got the wrong number. Hold on, because somebody was calling at the same time, and then I will call you back so we can speak on this a little bit more.
So my screen is
Okay. 7. Okay. With the last number is 4331. Okay. I'm gonna call you back. I need to get this link to somebody, and we're gonna talk about that interview. And I want you to be on the phone when we go through it. Okay.
Thank you.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Okay, you guys, hold the press. We've got, let me get this link to the person. Anybody ain't gonna let me get to it now. Hey, this is SP.
Hello?
Hey,
Hi, Ashley.
how you doing?
Hello?
Yes.
I'm getting you. I'm calling all the way from Canada.
Uh-huh.
Just wanted to ask a few things. I hope you didn't already touch base on this. I just checked in your live now. I was just wondering, we all know that he probably wasn't in the pool before, but does anyone know, is there another way into the pool? Because I'm just wondering how difficult it would have been to get him in there without anyone seeing.
It probably was very difficult before, somebody could have seen, somebody probably didn't see it. That's why, I mean, it's very hard to just put somebody in the pool and nobody knows about it.
Yeah, and then one other thing, did you guys find out any information if she did actually have another child that was supposedly had a suspicious death? Is there any truth to that?
We found out that is just hearsay right now. This is her only child.
Okay. And then just one other thing. I was just wondering too, like, I know people are speculating maybe he was kept on ice, but when, I don't know because we couldn't see the actual body, but I'm wondering, like, still, wouldn't there be a lot more signs of death than for he was missing for almost a week?
Yeah, but if somebody put his body on ice, then it's almost like they stopped the growth of the death process.
And then you think that, and then I guess they got him in the water. I really wonder too how that happened. How there's no video surveillance of the whole complex anywhere.
Right.
That's strange in this day and time. You can barely go anywhere without cameras.
You're right. But there isn't no cameras. The pastor, when Purple was out there doing interviews, somebody asked him why there was no cameras, and he said that he's been working on trying to get cameras. There was no cameras. There's no cameras, but we do got some information on some stuff. So I've got a person that we've been trying to get them to come on. And so they are going to come on. I guess they are going to come on. I just sent them the link, and I want you guys to hear what this person is saying. They're down there in Toledo, and they got a lot of information. And some of the information I can't say, I'm going to make sure you guys hear it. Okay? There's a way. If there's a will, there's a way.
Yes, one other last thing. And is there any vehicles parked close to where the car is? Because maybe someone would have a camera around there, or no, nothing like that.
On what now?
Was there any vehicles parked close to there? Because maybe there's some kind of video off of like the vehicle. Did anyone have? Is there a parking lot close to the pool or no?
There's a parking lot, but it's away from the pool.
Okay, I'm just wondering because sometimes people have the surveillance, like, in their car.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll listen up for more information. Just like to say you're great at what you're doing and love listening to you.
All right, thank you. Thank you for calling in.
All right, take care.
All right, bye-bye. Okay, you guys. While she was talking, I was sending the link. So nevertheless, they'll show up when they show up. Hey, this is SP.
Hey, SP, this is Lisa.
Hey, Lisa, what's going on?
Lisa G.
Hey, Lisa G, what's going on, baby?
Hey, girl, let me turn this down, so I don't be echoing off. Hold on. So, what I was calling in to say, hey, hi everybody, hi chat. Okay, remember when they said that the Braylen he was floating. Well, they kind of say he was floating in the pool. What I don't understand is how is he floating in the pool? If he was floating in the pool, when you think the neighbors would have already seen him when they discovered, when they put up the crime scene and everything, they'd have saw a baby floating in that pool.
Right, they would have. They would have seen a baby floating in that pool early that morning.
Exactly.
So
why is they changing the story like he was floating in the pool? Like, how is he? I'm like, well, how was he trying to? I mean, how was he floating in the pool? And all these bad people walking, going to work, coming in and out the the complex, and nobody saw something floating in the pool. What they thought it was just a black shirt, and he had on a diaper. That man because when the news media was there, I synced the whole live. The news media was there. When she would have saw it.
Well, I'm not getting clear information because some people say the maintenance guy went to go do some work and he found something, so he called 911 and said, hey, something's in the pool, like, you guys come. Then somebody else said, well, the cadaver dog got a hit and led him to the pool. But
you watched the live media on WTOLL, something like that.
WTOL?
Yeah, you would see when they discovered it on live, you would see the news lady setting up everything. And that's before they had the crime scene tape and everything on that pool.
Right.
Okay. So then once they had the
come on,
and then once they did the once the police told the news media to step back, then they put the white skirt up.
Right.
And everything. But the news media saw a person that the police officers now hired to come to the pool, a pool guy, and he had this long fork thing, and he poked it in the drain, and that's when the police said, everybody move back. This was live. You got to watch the tape.
Uh-huh.
When it first happened, and it's still up on their thing. It was live, and the news people was like, did you find something? Did you find something? And they wouldn't tell nobody nothing.
Right. Right. Okay.
And then that's when all the people was getting mad and they started cussing out the girl, ready to beat the girl ass and everything. And the police told her to stay in the house.
Right. That's crazy.
That's why I'm like, I don't understand how could they say they found some floating when all the media cameras and everything was out there. They would have seen that baby float.
Right. Yeah, they would have.
And then the autopsy. So I seen another creator. She got the second part of the autopsy, which was no bruising, nothing.
Okay.
No kind of bruising or anything. But drowning, they hadn't ruled that out.
Yes.
What I'm thinking this woman probably did was bathing her son, and they say he autistic. Something went wrong in that tub. She drowned him and then turned around, put him in the pool to make it like he drowned.
Right. Okay.
Could have been an accident or whatever, but to cover up, I mean, she could have called the police, but in that 911, you will hear her say, I killed him. And then you're going to hear another little girl say, oh, is you going to go to jail? Somebody going to ask her, is she going to jail?
Right. Exactly.
So I don't know. I just hope they come, because it seems like all these parents killing their kids and no justice ever gets. It's like they get away with it. Like someone in the chat said, we need to start seeing if they got these life insurance out for these kids.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Well, thank you, Lassie.
All right.
Have a good one.
All right. Thank you.
Okay.
You guys, I'm sorry. I may seem like I'm short, but I wasn't trying to be short. But we have a guest here, and I don't want to waste somebody's time. And we need to get as much information, and we're sharing information. So you guys bear with me. I'm not trying to be rude, but when we have a guest come on, we need to listen to what they say. Is your mic on, Sir Major?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, awesome.
Okay, I'm going to introduce you. I don't know all your credentials, but I do know that you have been following this case and you have, got some information talking to the mother or conveying information with her. So please share with this group. And we brought it all together because people are angry. They're still mad. And just share with them. I pretty much know what all you know, but I am in agreement with the things that you're saying. So I want people to know that.
Absolutely.
And
Yeah,
if
so I appreciate you. Thank you for letting me be on the program today. I do want to clarify that I have not been in contact with the mother, and there's a reason that I believe that the mother intentionally and willfully will not contact me or my team. I don't believe in wasting anyone's time. And I think that this case has really impacted and affected our community, most importantly because this is a child, but this is a Black child. This is not an isolated incident. This is a incident that affects the village, right? And so it required all of us to make this a priority, make this personal, and looking for this baby. I think I speak for most Toledoans and most members of the community when we talk about that. There's a lot of inconsistencies, right? And those inconsistencies are coming from the family. There was a lot of deliberate lies that were told. There was a rumor, it wasn't a rumor, there was a statement put out by Toledo police and also regurgitated by our local news media saying that the baby fell from fell off the balcony. And we remember and we recall the mother put out a statement on Facebook saying that she never told the police that her child fell from the balcony. So that was inconsistency one. Here you have a narrative from the police and the media, and then now mom is now disputing that particular piece of the conversation. We listened to the 911 call, and everyone was patient. We listened to the 911 call, and we heard Bobby Johnson, who's been identified as the grandmother, say specifically in the presence of the biological mother that her son fell out of the window. Okay, scientifically, we can prove that that never happened, right? We all got our own opinions, we got theories, and we have, hypotheticals. But we know for certain that what Bobby Johnson told 911 dispatchers was not true. If the baby did, in fact, fall out of that window, there would be blood all on the concrete. 9 times out of 10, which will say 90% of the time, if a 3-year-old fell out of a window from a third story level, that baby does not have the mental competence to cover his face. The baby doesn't know to cover its face or cover its head, right? So this idea that this baby fell from a 3-story building and he somehow managed to walk away from those injuries, that's not consistent. I mean, that makes no sense, right? So we knew that for a fact that the mother was not being honest. We knew that the biological grandmother was not being honest. And therefore, what I did was I did some tactics using investigations to try to compel others to come forward. I wasn't necessarily concerned about the mother speaking to me. We wanted people who knew something to start talking, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Right.
What I did was I did some tactics, and I got folks upset. I got folks hot and bothered. I've got cousins now speaking out, and that's how we're trying to get the information. Now, I will say this. I used to do investigations, right? And I used to be a private investigator. So when you're getting and you're hunting for information, sometimes that requires you to play devil's advocate or bad cop, good cop, so to speak. Sometimes you may want to put something out there and then sit back and see how that information flows to get more of the truth out. And we know that I had a neighbor contact me with some video of the mother, and I'll say it on your program. It's the first time I ever spoke on it. There's a neighbor that has a video of the mother and a male friend. The mother with some black trash bags, grabbing a bunch of stuff and leaving the house, right? We know that my organization wrote a $1,000 check to some conniver company who actually was responsible for finding the other 2 missing people, young people in Toledo. I wrote a check, and the day we wrote the check, the day we were scheduled to be out there, that's miraculously when that body turned up missing, right? We know that when when the other video came out from the mom, right, when she did a press conference, here's how we knew that the story was bogus. We knew that we could not trust the mother because, generally speaking, when a baby goes missing, there's a press conference that's done with either a clergy member, which is your pastor,
Mm-hmm.
The immediate family,
Mm-hmm.
right? The
Mm-hmm.
mom, and there's that press conference that is conveying to the public. There's that message that the mother's trying to connect with the public.
Right.
That didn't happen.
No.
The mom did not have a Jesse Jackson or Sir Major or Al Sharpton standing next to her, consoling her. That didn't happen. That's because no one believed her. She didn't do a press conference with local police. Why? Because the police does not believe her. And the police are not going to come out and say, the mom's a suspect. We're going to list her as a suspect, because when it happens, SP, the mother will lock up. She will freeze up. She won't talk at all. And it makes the investigation that much harder. And so what law enforcement did and the FBI did was they let the mother be. Whenever she had information, they would talk to her and she would talk to him. But they didn't ever treat the mother as a suspect.
Right.
And we noticed that there was a story that came out that the police, the FBI went and got the mother and took her down to the safety building to go talk to her.
Mm-hmm.
She was not taken in handcuffs. Again, sometimes when you have a suspect, you don't necessarily got to treat them like a suspect.
Right.
You weren't going to be stupid and make a mistake, like make another phone call. You get what I'm saying?
Oh, yes.
It's all investigative tactics. Now, I know this information, but the police are not going to say what I'm telling you is to be true, because
Right.
they don't want to mess with their investigation. But here on
Right.
your program, we're gonna be real with it, because this has traumatized and affected this entire community, Black and white folks, but most importantly, people of color.
Right. You're right. I got something. The main thing that you said this evening is, I guess there's a video of, was it somebody coming out the apartment, in the apartment with the bags?
So there's a video that exists, and again, I'm not at liberty to put the video. I want to,
Okay.
but we don't want to mess up what's going on right now. There's a video
Right.
that exists, and it
Right.
has the mother and a black male subject with black trash bags leaving that apartment.
Right.
So before I get into any other stuff, we want to let the investigation take its course, because I believe that this baby Braylen, and we'll say his name because he's not just a baby, he's not just a murder, a deceased baby. His name is Braylen, and Braylen deserves justice, and we want to make sure that we're not impeding on that investigation.
Right. Is it possible that somebody could have went in that apartment and got that baby?
What I would tell you is that I know in my heart, this mother knows exactly what happened to her child.
Right.
And she's being dubbed as Mama No Tears.
Right.
When we watch that video, that compelling interview with the local news media, this mother displayed absolutely no original, natural tears.
Right.
It was bad acting. And as a professional actor who's been in American Horror Stories and some other projects, I know terrible acting when I see it. And
Right.
that mother, it was rehearsed.
Mm.
The grandmother didn't even know the baby's last name.
Right.
Didn't even know the address to where she was.
Right.
I will tell you that mother, Miss Cox, she knows exactly what happened to her child. And I think at best, what the police should have done was arrested her. And they could have arrested her on several different charges. Here's just a few. One would be child neglect, child abandonment, right?
Right. Right.
Those are just some cases. And we know that Children's Services, which is our local protective services, when they should be investigating something, when they should be involved, they have failed this particular family. They failed this community, because the mother, in this particular case, should at least be arrested on some of the basic charges.
Right. I got some questions for you. First of all, why was there not an Amber Alert for this child?
Well, that would be a local PD issue. I think,
Okay.
so I don't know for certain on that issue. Certainly, I think the child has to be missing for a certain period of time. I don't know if it's 72 or 48 hours, but there should have been that done.
Okay. Now, do you know if there's supposed to be only but one key? the pastor Chris Rawell told us there's only but one key to get into that pool, and it was in the maintenance. I guess it was in the office. We heard that Trent, the maintenance guy, jumped up, quit his job, took the carpet out of the apartment complex, and he's gone. Did you hear anything about the maintenance guy in some kind of
Absolutely. So
okay.
I can tell you that there was some conversation about that, right? I received phone calls, and I'll tell you, in the Black community, we're gonna talk. You know, it's just what we do, especially on social media land with all these thousands of detectives that live in our city. Black folk, we gonna talk. And I did receive a call saying that the attention needs to be directed on the maintenance man, saying that there was a private and personal relationship that the maintenance man shared with the mother, and that the maintenance man ought to be investigated. I did hear the conversation that the maintenance man was the only person with the key to that pool. And when I put that narrative out there, I received a lot of pushback and a lot of flack from members of the community who said that it was despicable and wrong of me to put that out there. I believe that when it comes to a case like this, we should not leave any stone unturned. I believe that we have a moral obligation, and I believe that we have a social responsibility to put the information out there. And because I know for certain that in our community, Black folks are not going to talk to the police.
Right.
They'll come to SP News, they'll talk to Sir Major, they'll go to a pastor in our community, but they won't talk to the police. And so because we share these platforms, we got an obligation to at least put that out there and let the police follow up on those investigations. But I did hear, yes, that the maintenance man was the person that had a key. And then I also heard through the backlash that every tenant in that apartment complex had a key to that pool. But we also do know that there were people out there searching.
Right. But there's two keys. They may have, everybody in the complex may have a key, but then there's a chain around there, and only but the office has that key.
Right. Yeah.
So
sure
you have to have both keys to get in there.
Okay.
Now, they said that this baby Braylen was in the early stage of marbling in the face. Okay. So that tells you, okay, because the baby been gone for 6 days. The first stages of decomposition is that's the first stage. Right. How is it so that he was just in the early stages of that marbling in the face?
Well, so here's what we also must remember, right? Is when the call was reported. Now remember, the call was not made by the natural person. Right. When we talk about natural person, the call should have been made by the mother. Yes. Call wasn't made by the mother. It was made by the grandmother, again, and I want to reiterate, who did not even know the baby's last name. That's problematic. The other issue is that we all also have to be reminded of is that just because the call was made on a certain date does not mean that's when the child went missing. Let me take it back, because the child wasn't missing. It doesn't mean that the child wasn't dead already. Right. The child could have been dead for a week. The child could have been dead for days before that call actually came in. So we got to be mindful of that. So, in terms of the specific question, I don't have the answer because there's still a lot of other missing factors.
Exactly. Now, okay, so do we have the maintenance man? There's two maintenance men. There's one that is Caucasian, and then there's one that is his sexual I don't know, cross-dressed, or I don't know what. I don't want to.
I got you. Right. So
he's a man, but he dressed as a woman sometimes. Go ahead.
Yeah. So when I put that narrative out there on Facebook, I caught flack first from a Black woman who identified herself as Raina. I believe her last name is Jones. I'm not sure, but her name is Raina. She's on my Facebook page, and she's a Facebook friend. And she attacked me. She said that I was wrong because the maintenance man that I was speaking of, she says, it's her husband. Well, I said, girl, you might want to check your husband, because I don't think he's doing right by you. We know that he had a personal relationship, a sexual relationship with the mother. So if that is in fact your husband and you want to jump in on this one, you might need to have a conversation with him. But we do know that there's several different maintenance men, and I'm not saying which one did it because I don't know. I just know that there was a maintenance man who she had a relationship with, and he's the guy that ought to be partially investigated as well.
Right. Right. Now I was told, and I'm gonna share this because I was supposed to have interview with with some of the family members,
Right.
and they backed out at the last minute, and I don't know why,
Mm-hmm.
but they just said the family said no, and it was all over the place, and I thought everybody would have been able to get some information out of that, but
Mm-hmm.
I was told, and I'm not putting you on blast, but I was told that um, your name had came up in the conversation, and that's how
Okay.
I knew who you was.
Mm-hmm.
And they had told me, they said, hey, this person is telling her, or reached out to the mom and said, if you don't come to me and give me this. Now, did this conversation take place? If she did not come to you and tell you the truth, that um you know, the story was gonna go all over the place.
That is not what happened. So I remember making a live video and thousands of people seen that live video. And what I said specifically to the mother was this: you have until Monday to contact me or my office or a member of my team. I'm the only person that can save you at this point. If there is an explanation, not an excuse, because there's no excuse for murdering someone, or there's no excuse in my book as a mother that your disabled child comes up missing. But what I did say is that you have until Monday to contact me. Because if you have a reasonable explanation, I'm the only one that can help you. That's what I said. Because what we do know is
Okay.
this: there's another side of things that we don't look at, right? We look at mental health. The only explanation that I can come up with is a mental health issue. So me being me and me making a statement I made compel others to reach out to me.
Right.
Which is by design.
Right.
I have people that know her father, that dealt with her father on a personal level.
Okay.
Who reached out to me.
Is her father a minister?
He's in jail.
Huh?
Her father's in prison.
Her father's in prison?
Her father's in jail. So they reached out to me, and they said that she suffers from mental health issues.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Mm-hmm. So when I said you have until Monday, that gives me some ground to start coming up with a potential explanation for you.
Okay.
May not be a good one, but if you suffer from mental health, let's talk about that.
Right.
Let's get the information that we need to potentially find your son if he was alive, or to give the city some closure, which is the people that are actively looking for your child. I had folks reaching out to me, right? And they said, while we were looking for, these are white folks, while we're looking for her son, she's on the balcony smoking a blunt. She didn't look bothered, didn't look phased or anything like that. So you have a mother that is not responding normally. And we all deal with trauma differently. We all deal with grief differently. But the mother was not responding like any other parent would, like most people would have.
Right.
She rejected the help of other activists, other members of the community, and looking for her son prior to me even getting involved, for me even opening up my mouth. So before I said anything, she rejected everyone's help. Why? Right. Because she knows something. Here was my theory at the time. I said either she knows who killed her son, this is a hoax, or she killed her son. Because I said that, I received death threats, which is why I had to go beef up security. Now I got to travel with bodyguards now, just because of threats. But that's not going to silence my voice. I'm entitled to say my theories just as you are.
Right. Right.
So that's what we
So,
got.
and I kind of thought, I didn't believe the window theory, and I didn't really believe somebody came in the house and did something and nobody know about it. Now this is just my opinion. And I always
Mhm.
tell people when it's a fact or a theory or an opinion, this is my opinion. Could she be, protecting? Sometimes I feel like she's protecting like her mom. She could be protecting someone
She
she
could.
loves.
Right. And that is what I talked about, right? And I said this on several lives. I said that I study people and I study behavior and I study why, because I always like to know why do people do the things that they do. And I said the first thing I did was I said she's protecting someone. If she didn't do it, she's protecting someone that's very close to her. Either it would be the mother or it would be a lover.
Right.
She's
Well,
protecting someone.
when I look at the 911 call, the mother,
Mm-hmm.
it seems like she's the one that's really she's not focused. She don't know the address, she don't know the baby's name, and it's like, she's looking at her like, what did he wear? She don't know nothing. She's acting like she knows nothing. And her daughter is in the background saying, oh, he wore, I don't know, what was he wearing? You don't know what he wear, you don't know where y'all live, you don't know his last name. The
Well,
grandmother, being a grandmother,
mhm.
you answer all three of those questions wrong, or you allowed her to answer it. Like, I threw you underneath the bus, you answer it.
Right.
Yes.
So the let's talk about the grandmother for a second.
Okay.
The grandmother, that's not her first time being over at that residence. Not her second time, not her third time. The grandmother has spent a night at that apartment before, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because that's just natural.
Mm-hmm.
So they expect the American people to believe that the grandmother didn't know anything. That was an act, and it was terrible acting. Terrible acting.
Right. Because I couldn't understand. You don't know the address. The number one thing, I know you're going to have problems trying to understand a child is missing and da 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 da. But when
Mhm.
she just did not know her own grandson's last name,
Mhm. Yep.
I
Yep.
felt like you just threw your daughter underneath the bus and said swim.
Well,
So
again, from my knowledge, there was either 2 to 3 other adults in the house, including the mother and the grandmother, and so there may have been another person there. A disabled child is not a 3-year-old. We're talking about 3-year-old
mhm.
on the second or third floor. He's not just walking away. He's not unlocking the front door and saying, it's a little chilly out, a little hot in the house. I'm gonna go for a midnight swim. That's not what happened here.
Right.
And we cannot, as community members, we cannot even allow her to try to get that off. There has to be accountability.
Okay. Can I ask you a couple more questions? First of all, did you know that Purple went out for us and she was asking and she interviewed some people, and one young lady said that she not only, well, she's seen the grandmother and the grandfather taking out some bags of the house.
Um,
Did you know that?
I did not know that. I did not
No,
know
she
that.
said this is not no video. She's seen them, but this was earlier before that call.
Okay. So yeah. So I mean, I think there has to be a timeline. We must know a streamline of information when what took place.
Okay,
Right. So
so okay now, and she'll fill you in. But anyway,
mhm.
so there, what do we know about the brother?
I don't have much information on the brother, um, therefore I couldn't speak intelligently on that.
Did you know he made a post late last night that said, okay, because they had put in some information about you can donate money, not to these GoFundMe's, but go to the Fifth Third Branch Bank. And a lot of people, we put it out there so people can donate. And I
Mhm.
guess some people was like, okay, let's, when is it so we can go or whatever. And then
Right.
they said, no, you guys are not invited. This is going to be private. So people was like, the heck, I want my money back. So he posted something to the matter, and don't quote me on the words, but
Mhm.
you guys were loving him and all this love that you guys showed us. And now that you're not invited to the services, where's all the love is? But we got the money. We got the money. So, but I
So,
do want to share something with you.
yeah. Well,
Um, I was told, and I'm just gonna share it, that okay, I know that we're not going to be invited. None of the public's going to be invited. But they were actually looking into, and they were actually looking into cremating this child. And I wonder
so,
if that's what they're going to do.
so let me talk to you about another case I was getting involved with where we've seen things like this happen, right? And let me tell you why some families create GoFundMe's. When you have a case where you have a police officer who shot a black person, and
Mm-hmm.
then that police officer or member of that associated with that police officer who's being charged or indicted or
Mm-hmm.
under fire, who lost their job, folks create GoFundMe's because you can raise or crowdfund an enormous amount of money that's unlimited. And I've seen in this case in this city where there are families where children, where I won't say which family member, but there was a family member who me and my team was going to cover everything. Private detectives, independent autopsy from another coroner's office from a different state. We were going to fly them in and have them do the autopsy.
Mm-hmm.
The mother put an end to it immediately, stopped us from doing it. And we said, we want to find your son. We want to give your son justice. And the mother said, why you want to look for the baby? Why you want to look for my son now? And she gave us a very hard time. We had some cadaver dogs go out, and those were the dogs and the kayakers that found her son.
Mm-hmm.
We said, ma'am, we're going to cover everything. Even though there was not much of the body left, we were going to cover all the costs. And the mother went and created, or the family went and created a GoFundMe account.
Mm-hmm.
I told you, Mom, that we was gonna cover whatever the cost was. I got the budget to get it covered. She went and created a GoFundMe account because you can still raise as much money as you want. And guess what? Now y'all got a pocket full of money.
Right.
And then while we think it's gonna be a funeral, now y'all talking about doing cremation. You get what I'm saying?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So, I see a lot of stuff going in on here. Some good, some bad. Um, it doesn't matter if someone's in a disagreement, that's fine. You don't need to announce you're leaving. I mean, exit to the right. That's what we do. Um,
Well,
so now the
I disagree with that. I disagree with that notion because
what's that?
if folks are, well, when you say that just because you're stepping off on a case, you don't need to make it known that you're exiting. That's not necessarily true. In some cases, yes, you could walk away silently. But when a person has galvanized folks based on their platform or their following, folks are making donations based on the request of whatever individual is asking. So, for instance, in my case, I said, folks, I've got the money, but I want you guys to, if you guys want to pitch in, you can. So, folks gave and they gave and they gave to the Cash App. When I made a decision, I was at the request of others. They say, yo, I think you should back off. These were attorneys of mine. These were colleagues of mine. These were other people that were very instrumental of the cadaver dog folks instrumental in finding the bodies. They said, listen, we backing off. And I think you should too.
Right.
So once they told me good reason and good merits as to why they were backing off, I said, yeah, I've got to do the right thing. And what I did was I refunded everyone's money back. And we kept receipts. And we made them available on social media. So this idea that just because you back off on a case, if you publicly go on a case, or you get other people who had no interest or no knowledge of the case, and you get folks excited and involved in the case, yeah, if you're stepping away, yes, you should let people know that you're leaving.
Right. Right. So tell me, okay, that was something else, but
Mm-hmm.
somebody was wanting me to ask you, did can you please ask him, did he hear what we heard, that she said I killed them? in the
Yeah,
911
so
call?
yeah, and I'll tell you guys, I was very. All of Toledo called me. My phone was going off the hook once that tape got leaked by the
Hmm.
media. Um, and this goes to show you, and I'm gonna say this, and I'm sure I'm gonna catch hell for saying this, but SP, you got to hear it. Good police work will tell you to investigate and listen to that call. First thing I'm doing when the call comes in, I want to hear who made that 911 tape. I want to find out the location of the geographical area, the GPS coordinates, where that call was made from. Was that call made from Atlanta? Or was that call made from Toledo, Ohio at this particular address? And
Right.
the police, through the E911 system, through the CAT system, they have the ability to trace where that call was made from. So what the
Hmm.
police should have done, and I'm not trying to tell TBD how to do their job, but I'm just trying to give them some encouragement. What they should have
Hmm.
done was they should have analyzed that 911 tape prior to us even getting it. And they would
Right.
have heard what we thought that I heard. What I thought I heard was, I killed her. Now, others may argue, she said, I can't breathe. We know
Mm.
that there was a video on YouTube one time where it's called the Sani test for the challenge. And there's
Mm.
a gentleman says something. And to some, based on your ears, it sounds one thing. To others, it sounds like they said something totally different. So I'm not here to play judge or jury. What I'm telling you is I thought I heard what sounded like I killed him. But I let some of my professional engineer guys listen to it who deal with engineering and sound audio and stuff. And they said to them it sounded different. So at the
Mm.
end of the day, it's up to the police, law enforcement to hire a forensic analyst to determine what she actually said.
Right. Right. Okay.
But based on all of Toledo and black folk getting on Facebook saying, hey, we need to take a second look at this, that sparked the local media to put a question to Toledo police. Now that has caused Toledo police to go back and start an investigation based on that call alone, which that's something they should have already done.
Right. Right.
So this idea that, and I want to jump on this really quickly, that it's required of all of us, SP, and all your viewers to talk about this case, to make folks who are affiliated with this case uncomfortable. And what they must know is that we're not going to remain silent, and that we're not going to sit by idly as as children in general, black or white, are being harmed. We all got a responsibility. So whether you're talking about the case now, whether you're putting a theory out there, you're starting a conversation. And that's what we first need to do, because I remember a time, SP, when we had this mindset, it ain't my kid, that's effed up. We stick to our own. And
Right.
now we have to break that code of silence.
Right. Right. I'm going to say this. I do believe that the family of Braylen Noble is starting to, you know, see it for what it is. They
Mm-hmm.
have softened up. They have backed down a little bit instead of being aggressive. So I
Mm-hmm.
do believe that there's a change right now going on. Now,
There's a
I
shift in
know that,
climate.
huh?
There's a shift in climate at this time, yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep. And we're seeing that. We're seeing that. The family they're torn at this point. You got some that are still pro mom. You got some that are saying, hold on, Cox, this ain't making sense.
Right.
So, and that's
Yeah, 'cause
healthy. That's part of getting the truth out.
when you ask a family member to go against a family and say something negative or not be on their side or something, they basically said, we're not only lost Braylen, we're losing other family members too if I
Absolutely.
say something. So it's hard for them to come out and say what is true or what they believe, or you know what I'm saying.
No, absolutely. And I think any family, they want to think positive. Who wants to say my cousin murdered her child? No one wants to say that. And of course, certainly as an activist and as a member of the community, I don't want to put that idea out there. But at the end of the day, we got to get the truth, because we know that this is not about mom, ain't about the granny or the other family. This is about this baby. And it's our job to get this baby justice at all costs.
Right. Okay. Do you got
All right.
anything? I appreciate you coming on. I really do. I know
So,
this was you know, you didn't have enough time, but I do appreciate everything that you've said and speaking to the people. We always want somebody out there that is, you know, justice for our babies out here,
Absolutely. I mean,
and
we
I
have a duty
appreciate
and a
you.
social responsibility. Yeah, so we have a duty and we have a social responsibility. I appreciate you so much for what you're doing. I had an opportunity to check out the program. I love what you're doing. I love this conversation. And we got to keep having it. We got to have more of these conversations.
Oh, we will. Thank you.
My pleasure. Thank you.
God bless you.
Bless you too.
Hey, this is SP. Yes. Okay, you guys. Um, you know, I don't mind if somebody don't like somebody or something. This is SP. Don't call me like that. Let me see. I gotta be watching something. This fly. Okay. Um, hey, what's going on?
Hey, honey.
How you doing?
I am great, girl.
Oh, wow. That was
Hi,
good.
everybody in the chat. How y'all doing? Excuse my shiny forehead.
That was some good conversation. There was hello?
I'm listening. Oh,
Okay. You're okay.
we can't see. I was trying to fix it for you while you was in there.
Make sure everybody,
Mhm.
as you came in, please give a thumbs up to the channel, you guys, to make sure everybody know that there's activity over here. It helps our algorithm. We just had one speaker come on. That was Sir Major, you guys, and he's an activist down there in Ohio, and he travels all across the world. And so I knew that he knew some things. Whether you like him or not or whatever, we're going to be respectful to everybody that comes on. That's why I was saying, I think he got something mixed up. He thought I said something else, but I was telling the people, you know, you don't have to announce that you're leaving, just exit to the right and then come on back. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, like I went down there and seen Jesse Jackson. Some people liked it, and some people don't. I told him to leave me alone. I want to hear what the man got to say. And he wanted to take me out, girl. But anyway, I like what that man was saying. He was very positive, and he wasn't accusing anybody. He says there's a lot of things going on. Um, you know, what you think going on, Purple? What's
What
going
I think,
on?
what I think is going on. Y'all already know I've been upset and just peed off about this whole thing. Major, Sir Major, turn this light on for me. I oh girl. Mm, mm, mm.
Hey, this is SP. Who's calling?
Hello.
Yes.
Hi, SP.
Hello.
I just want to let you know you are doing a phenomenal work.
Well, thank you.
And Purple, you are amazing at what you're doing as well.
Thank you.
And just keep up the good work. I will be watching y'all every single day. I'm on the story with you. And a lot of stuff has been answered that I had questions about. And it just bothers me. It's heartbreaking. You know, that people who once they had kids, they can't have kids, and the people that are able to be mothers that's out here killing their kids like it's just nothing. If you don't want your child, fine.
to give it to a home that he could love and nurturing and caring.
Right.
And I'm just devastated by this news. And that's all I want to say. I just want to tell y'all thank you, and I'm going to continue watching you. Love y'all and stay blessed.
I love you too.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Okay. Did you hear that?
Yeah, I read in the chat. Somebody had said, while you was talking to my nephew, I read where somebody had said, y'all gotta excuse me because my head is all messed up for real. That they hope that they get all the evidence and everything off the baby before they cremate him.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's not written in stone yet that's what they're gonna do.
No.
But it was
You're
said.
It's not, but it was mentioned. Okay. And I just want to say that whoever wrote that in the chat, I forgot the name. You're right. I absolutely agree with you. And I really hope that if they are planning on, I can't do this. I can't do this, yo.
Okay. All right. You guys, we're going to take about 5 minutes and see if she can get herself together. But I mean, she's still in the lobby. I want you guys to, we have another channel. Hold on, family member. Hold on for 1 minute. We have another channel. Please, moms, put the other channel link in the chat. If you guys have not subscribed to the other channel, please subscribe to the other channel. So just in case, like all this buffering and stuff going on, we wouldn't even have to be over here. We could have went over there and said, ain't no buffering over there. But so please put the link in the chat, family. I'll ask the mods to do it. Shelly done did it. That's our other channel. Click on there, you guys. Let's give her a little time so she can get herself together. Click on the other channel. Go over there, subscribe, and come right on back. We need to get that other channel up and going so all this buffering ain't happening. That's crazy. We have to deal with this. Okay, go ahead, family.
Good evening, Satellite SC.
How you doing?
I'm okay. I want to say, Kirby, it's too hard to be crying. Stop crying.
Oh.
I know everybody got their feelings involved, and I'm not even going to cry right now, but I did have 2 questions.
Yeah, we're giving her a break right now. We're just giving her about a 5-minute break, and then she's still in the lobby. I'm just letting her get herself together.
Yeah, it's too hard. You can't do that. Cut sauces out cookies.
Well, you got to think about this. This is a 3-year-old baby and all the things that they did.
I get that. I get all that.
You know, and the sad thing about the whole situation, this child was nonverbal, and they want the whole community to be nonverbal. Oh, go look for my kid. We're going to play games. Okay, now shut up. Don't say nothing. Don't ask me no questions. I ain't got to say nothing to you. You're not invited. Girl.
He was nonverbal, but he sure could cry. He fell off a 3-story window.
Yeah.
If he fell off a 3-story window, he could cry. Are you kidding me?
Right.
Nevertheless, so they did these searches before the body was found 6 days later. Not the body, including
right.
The baby boy. I can't. I'm on my emotions right now. But they found him, and was the bleach bottle there in the first and second search?
Was it what now?
The bleach bottle.
Okay, the bleach bottles was in the trash in the pool area.
And what search? The first search? The second search? Third search?
No, well, this on the day that they found the baby.
I understand.
I don't know if it was there before. We didn't. We asked. We were supposed to go over there, and we got kind of distracted, so we didn't get to go. But nevertheless, you know.
That was one of my questions.
Things work for whatever reason, you know?
Yeah, I was concerned about where they there, how long they've been there, what for, because my son is a certified lifeguard, and they don't use bottled bleach, not Clorox. I don't know what they go to the dollar store, but they won't go to the dollar store and buy bleach to fill a Clorox or something that's automatically injected.
Right.
So
Yeah.
so that was one of my questions. And my second question is, did you, on purpose, um, look at that young guy's video shows that that the gate was locked?
Huh?
Some of the guy kept saying, we checked the gate because he knew that people would be going in and, seeing people out here.
Right.
Yeah. Did they check the gate? When they checked the gate, did he get that video? And you guys see that if you had that second gate on, if you had that second padlock on it?
He didn't ever send the video or picture or anything, so we don't know. Sometimes people be like, I got it right here. I sent it to you right here. What's your number? And then they don't send it because for whatever reason, I don't know. But he never sent a picture or nothing. So, that's just conversation.
Yeah.
But
that was my question.
He said he had the picture of it.
I'm thinking if the cadaver died, they went in there days before they found Baby Noble. Am I saying that right?
Baby Noble.
Baby Noble. Before they found Baby Noble.
Or Baby Braylen.
Whatever evidence did they pull out on the first or second? Was the police was there when they did on the first or second? Or was they just there on the third time? Or the fourth time, whenever it was that they found them?
Right.
How long the police was been sitting there?
I don't know.
You say we can call it out questions.
She's trying to come back in here, so.
Okay, we'll go right on ahead. That was just my questions I wanted to put out there.
Okay. All righty.
All right.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing good. She needs some time to.
Right. I got a question to ask you because you were there. Okay, you remember the guy that said I got pictures of the gate and whatever? Do you know his name? Do you know his name?
Cody.
That was Cody, right? Mm-hmm. Why Cody never send the pictures to see was the gate really locked?
It was really locked though. She said, but my Nana said she already had the pictures. That's why he didn't send them.
Oh. Okay. How you been doing?
I've been all right.
Okay.
Hello, everyone.
Okay, so people are saying hi to you. They're saying, "Hey, grandson. Hey, grandson. You became everybody grandson in here." So, okay.
1369. I got her. We are all about to go to the store.
Okay. Tell her we'll be right back.
I'll join it when. Yeah, we'll be back later.
Okay.
Okay. See you guys later.
All right. Anyway, so you guys, hey, so she probably can't get on and say anything, But anyway, some things are contaminated because of the search. You guys, let's talk about this now. So we talked about some facts. We talked about some theories. Hey, this is SP. Go ahead.
Hey, SP, this is Rakia. How are you?
I'm doing fine. How you doing, Rakia?
I'm doing good as well as can be expected. Amen for this baby. But I just wanted to know, one of the texts that the mother sent said that Braylen had stomach surgery, and that's why he was crying. And if you remember in her lap, she said she knows his stomach is hurting. And then someone posted it today in the chat that he was on a feeding tube for the stomach. Do you get some more clarification about that? And that the mother had posted a video of her day with Braylen from the morning until and all the procedures she had to go through with this. I don't know how true that is.
Oh, so he had a G tube?
Yeah, that's what somebody in the chat this evening, I wish they would speak up on it.
Well, to get a G tube, I mean, anytime somebody open you up and make sure that you eat, because she did say he's a picky eater. So G tube is only force feeding you where, you're going to get your nutrients and things through there. It's not, I deal with children always that has Mickeys and G tubes and stuff. Matter of fact, both of my clients have them. And yeah, I mean, I don't know, other people may think of it like, oh wow, it's really invasive things, but G-tube is a G-tube. I mean, it's just that's sometimes they can eat. There's some kids that don't eat enough. They just not. And they just have to force feed them that way. But
does it limit their mobility as far as running around?
No. It's just like a little button that they put in your stomach. There's a hole that goes into your stomach area that has a balloon behind it that keep it there, and then the feeding pump pumps out so many whatever the doctor orders to your stomach that you can take in, so that you will get all the nutrients and things to keep you going. And then the little button is called a Mickey. The little button, you can just push it and close it. Nothing's going to seep out or anything. And it's like I said, it's almost like a catheter. Catheters have those little balloons on the back end, and you got to put saline in there, and it ain't going to pull. If you pull it out, you're going to be in a world of trouble. That's when it hurts. But other than that, it's just those are common things that pretty much a lot of kids that don't eat well, that's what you have to do for them.
She kept saying she knows his stomach was hurting. And she did mention a photo to the arm that he had recently had surgery.
Well, they said he was very healthy.
Yes.
So he didn't look like he was underweight or malnutrition or anything like that. I mean, I didn't see him, but I'm just seeing the pictures of him. He looked like a healthy kid, toddler.
Yeah, I was just curious because she kept saying, I know his stomach is hurting. I know his stomach is hurting. He's a picky eater. And I guess that's why he got the G-tube. But I was just curious about that because she did mention, or was the aunt mentioning another text, that he had recently had surgery. And I was thinking he was on the G-tube, or does it have to get cleaned, or does it get infected, or what? I was just curious what the surgery was about.
Right. And then, and here's the thing. When toddlers, like I said, I'm a pediatric nurse. So when toddlers have these things that they need, those are necessities. To everybody else, it's not a necessity, but it actually is for them, that when they sleep, they need to be on a vent. While they're sleeping, since they're running around all the time, you can't stop them, and they'll lose weight like this because they're going to lose weight because they're moving and going, and then they're not eating, so they have to be fed in the middle of the night while everybody else is sleeping. That feeding tube is pumping these nutrients into them and things of that nature. So if you see them out and about, you're not going to see this thing being dragged down the street. No, they normally do it at home, certain times. It'd be like 9 o'clock, 12 o'clock, and then 5 o'clock, and then all through the night or whatever to get that weight pushed up or whatever. Somebody was asking a question. The ventilator, sometimes you'll see people on a vent, and sometimes you won't. It all depends on what the doctor ordered. Most of the time they wing them off the vent and you'll never see the vent, but at nighttime they have them on that vent.
Right.
And then sometimes they have oxygen with the vent also. She said they picky eater. Most of them is.
Right.
I mean, I'm not going to give you guys a lot of information, but I've got a client right now. They're 3 years old and they've never ate nothing in their life. They just never have. They just never have. They don't even look at food. And you put it in their mouth, they just won't. And
Right.
but I tell you what, they're overweight because we got to do what we got to do.
Right.
Um,
That's all I want to know.
yeah,
Just curious.
yeah.
All right.
All
Thank
right.
you.
You're welcome. So these babies are very, you know, these babies are very, very, you know, what's the word? Very dependent on being around family members. And that's scary when they're not around the main family members. They get scared and they won't probably stop crying because all they know is that particular person. You know. So anyway, we had got a whole bunch of phone calls and I couldn't answer them all at the same time. Make sure you guys, if you guys came in here and you do not know what we're talking about the Braylen Noble case. We've had a couple of callers come in. If you guys want to get on the StreamYard, let me know. I will. I've got to send this other one. Somebody else let me know that they was. So let me find uh Hey, this is SP.
Hi, Double H.
How you doing?
I'm fine. Perfection.
We can't hardly hear you. You're very low. No, no. Um, well, I can hear you. They can't hear you. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Got you. Hold on. Now say it.
Yeah.
Got you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Hello, everyone. The phone call that they say went to the cloud. I was trying to figure that out because I had a situation in Wisconsin, and I remember I hadn't changed my phone number over to Illinois, and my car caught on fire. So when I called the police department, by it being the Illinois area code on my phone, they had to transfer it from here to there. So is that why that went in the cloud?
No, what it called? It's called it's an app. It's a place where people buy music, trade music. It has nothing to do with dispatching and police and things. It just actually has to do with people that's in the entertainment area. They can share music over there. So for that dispatcher 911 call to be in that app over there, that's kind of weird. But I don't know for sure if that's true or not. But that's what the family member on Braylen's side said. That's where the 911 came from. We don't know if that's to be true or not. It could be the actual.
What I'm saying was that call made within that area code of that city. The call that came to the post was that on a different area code phone?
Right. So Doris says SoundCloud is an application you can upload audio.
Yes, you do have that one, but okay, let's say like I do a text. If I text you right now, and then I delete my text. But when I send that text to you, it goes to the cloud. So while I'm deleting it on my phone, it's never deleted out the system. And they call that a cloud.
computers go.
Yes. Yeah, but they were talking about something else.
Right. I wasn't talking about the music thing.
No, but that's what he was talking about.
Oh, okay. Because I was like, what cloud is he talking about?
Yeah, that's what he's talking about. He's talking about why would that 911 dispatch call be on this SoundCloud, which they send out music and entertaining music and stuff. Why would it be started there and then it made its way to Facebook? That's what they said.
Okay. And then I also thought about if this baby was put in a freezer and say his body was frozen solid, would he float in a pool? Would his body sink?
If it was do ice float?
No, when it melts, it just melts. It sits there to me. And then it melts. But I'm thinking of the weight of the body. The weight is different if the body is frozen.
Right.
It doesn't have to be in a freezer to stop the decomposition because you can put it in a room and turn on the air conditioner. As long as that body stays cool, it's going to stop that decomposition. So he could have been in an apartment with air conditioning.
Yeah, but the stages is still gonna do what they do.
Yeah,
because
but it wouldn't go as fast as if you had it in a place where it's warm.
Yeah, it wouldn't go as fast, but the
Right,
thing about it is it's still gonna go though. But yeah, it'll slow it down, but it ain't gonna slow it down tremendously because once there's no oxygen, everything is gonna take its place. There's gonna be gases that's gonna be still trying to pump stuff, and it ain't gonna be able to go nowhere. So it's gonna bloat up into you, and things is gonna gush out places and things of that. There's gonna be a
actually seen that happen.
Oh yeah, I have too.
The body swelled up so big they couldn't bring him out the body. They had to cut the window out and bring the man through there. And then I've seen it where the body is straight bust open. I mean, it is horrible to see your body at that point. But I'm hoping like Purple that they don't cremate him because if they have to go back for other evidence, they can't get it once they cremate him.
Right. Right.
They can't assume there's no body to assume.
Hold on. Okay, I have you on the line. Go ahead.
The mother knows. She was telling that person in that interview how to take care of that baby.
Oh, okay.
To me, she was explaining how to take care of him. And who's gonna ring your bell and bring your baby back? You say, bring him back to me.
Right.
Do you think somebody's gonna obviously ring your doorbell and say, here's your child who's sorry I took him?
Right. Oh, we got another family member on the line with you.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
She sounds very guilty, and she knows.
Okay.
She knows. And I was looking at Crime 411. They have a picture on there that nobody got on the back of that pool. It's a concrete slab that's down in that pool. It go all the way up to that fence on an incline. And outside of the pool fence, you see the wooden fence next to it, where the woods is at. There's a space in there.
Right.
So you can stand up on that wooden fence and pass that baby over that fence if you wanted to. I never seen that picture.
Okay.
But it's on Crime 411.
I've got it.
I think I sent you the link earlier.
Okay.
No, yes. And then you don't want to talk to the people. If you don't want to talk to the people, you're leaving it up to us. Then that's an open door to what we can think. Why would you want to come forward?
Well, I think a lot of reasons why they don't come forward is because people start cussing people out and calling names. People get mad and they just blurt out something. They be like, and I hate to get rude with people, but people be like, oh, this, that, and the other something. I want to hear what this person say. Oh no, SP, take them off. Don't let that person say nothing. I'm done. I'm out. Well, bye. Okay.
Well, I can understand that too, but I can also say to myself, why not let me do a private interview with SP and then let her relay what I said?
No, what people do is they'll get upset and you know what? They be all in their feelings and their emotions. Here's the thing. Get out of the thing. Get out of your feelings. Get out of your feelings. If somebody has something to add, information, if this child means something to you, you would want to hear whatever they had to say. I don't have to like you and still can listen to everything that you say.
I agree with that 100%.
But us being grown folks, that's why sometimes I don't like to mix YouTube with Facebook because they're two different entities, and the personalities from one group to another group is different, and so sometimes you bring over that same type of mentality, and then we bump heads. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, I just feel that's with social media, whether it's the Blue app, Instagram, or whoever. Because you're not having a conversation face to face with a person, so that makes the conversation different.
Right.
Other things you can say on social media, you're not gonna say in nobody's face.
Yeah. Okay. We got somebody else in the room. They've been watching, listening to you, family.
Well, that was just a couple of things, because I got a whole list of questions and it would take up your whole show. So no, I'm not gonna do all that.
Yeah.
But when he stated that, was it concrete down there? If it was, I didn't know. I thought it was dirt up under the window. Because if it's concrete, that makes it a whole different story.
No, it was dirt.
Okay. But he didn't fall out that window. That screen is on the inside.
Yeah.
The screen is the lightest part of your window. If that baby went out that window, he would have took that screen out that window with him.
Yeah.
That screen has been out there on the ground. That's somebody that's tall that pulled that screen in that.
Well, I'm just wondering. Okay, I guess I gotta let somebody else get in there. They on the hold. I don't know if they're gonna say it. Caller, you on the line?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Hi, SP and family. I just wanted to say a few things that I'm in the group on Facebook, and there's a few things that are standing out to me. Now a family member stated on Facebook that the baby barely cried. Braylen barely cried.
Why would they say he barely cried? She said he cries all the time. That's what Mom said. He cries all the time.
Right. And I have the screenshot of the post, and it's confusing, and I'm taking my own notes on this case because I'm actually from Toledo too.
Mm-hmm.
And there is so many holes in her story, and I'm not one to accuse anybody, but everything doesn't add up.
Yeah. What Mom said, that's the only thing I believe of Mom's story right now, is when she said he cries all the time, he cries. I mean, that's what the mom said. He cries all the time.
Right. Now, I just read that he had a G-tube when he was younger. In the pictures, I guess you could tell he was very much younger than 3 years old.
Uh-huh.
My nephew also has a G-tube.
Mm-hmm.
And I know how that goes because my sister, she's a single mother and she does it by herself.
Right.
And also, I know that my other nephew, he's 6 years old, he's autistic and he's nonverbal. And it's frustrating, I'm not gonna lie, but at the same time, I mean, being a parent, you have to deal with that. I mean, these kids didn't ask to be here. I just wanted to share a few little details with you that I found out on Facebook. And I know a lot of stuff is hearsay, speculation, and people's theories.
Right.
All of this is ridiculous.
Yeah. It is. It is. I wanted to get some, I wanted to get some more information.
Right.
For 3 hours, I just want more of I don't know. I don't know. I'm just feel like not satisfied with what I'm being hearing,
And I guess it was said that on the day that he went missing, they were at a car lot. I don't know who they is, except for the mother. But that's kind of off to me too. I don't know what that has to do with anything, but I guess she was like really adamant and getting a car.
Mm-hmm.
I had no idea.
Right. Okay.
But I'm gonna keep notes myself as like how I have been doing, and just try to keep everybody updated on what I find out too.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Now, before I go, SP, I need to ask you 2 questions.
Yes.
Now, we know that sometimes people don't be on the G2 for life, right?
Right.
But once they come off that G2, is it possible that his stomach may have been hurting because he has to go from a liquid diet to a soft diet to a regular diet? Is that why his stomach was hurting him? Because she was giving him foods his stomach wasn't ready for?
I don't know personally, but are you saying could that be a possibility?
Yeah.
Do they? Oh, they do.
Yeah.
They're gonna wean you off the G2. It's not gonna be you're on you're gonna go to baby food, soft foods, puree food into you know what I'm saying? So yeah, but I don't know where he was at, what level where he was at.
That's what I'm saying. With his healing, your stomach has to heal. And during that process, if your body not used to taking, it's just like if you haven't eaten for a while and then you can eat and then your stomach go to hurt. Because you don't put something heavy in it. So with his stomach being delicate like that, was it possible that she would feed him heavy foods and his stomach just wasn't ready for it yet? Could that be a reason why his stomach was hurting or he wasn't completely healed yet? Because kids can be picky eaters. So I'm going to rule that one out on the picky eating.
Right.
Kids can eat. My kid was on macaroni. She couldn't give her nothing but macaroni, and now she don't like macaroni. So kids, grown-ups' appetite change. So,
right.
Kids' appetite can change. Now I don't forget what the other question was.
Okay.
But it was an important one, and I know it's gonna hit me when I get off.
Right.
That I really.
It's okay. We're gonna.
To know.
Okay.
So in the future, I'll write it down before,
And there's always somebody in the chat that can answer some of those questions. I can't answer. I don't know. I don't know where he was at. I don't know if he even had a G2. I don't know if he's been off of it for a year. I don't know if he just got off of it. See, we can assume it.
We don't know You know, if he had
And we're not going to.
surgery or
That's why when you can get family members to speak, then you can get in there and then you can find out that stuff and you get a little bit of closure because you get closer to that child of what was going through or what had happened. But when they shut down like this family have done, and the only thing that they're doing is basically lashing out and telling everybody else, oh, let God handle it, and you can't talk on this and you shouldn't do that. Well, it just makes people angry, you know?
Well, I tell you this, I will handle, man, because, you know, sometimes you ask God to handle something. It might not come out the way you think.
Could she overfed him? I'm pretty sure he's on a regular diet.
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I had never heard about this GI tube thing until this now. And she keeps saying he's a picky eater, with children that age are picky eaters. I'm a picky eater, I'm not a picky eater. But I know little children that age can be very picky, you know, even down to the texture of food. Some kids won't eat because of the texture, you know, with certain meat. They don't acquire that till later.
Yeah, people with G-tubes can eat food too, regular food. It all depends on where
I have a friend that's why I asked, because I have a friend that's been on it for years.
Okay.
And he eats regular food.
All right.
So that's why I was asking, was the stomach healed if he had this? Was it because of that?
Right.
Or was it that she was just putting heavy foods in there and it was hard to break down in the system and hurt his stomach? You know, we just don't know, because we don't know when he had the surgery or how he was recovering if he had it.
Right. Okay.
And if the people with the family would speak up, we wouldn't have to keep pulling these answers out the ground bag.
Okay.
Come and clarify it with us.
They're not going to.
Well, you sound very guilty. Because I would be wanting to clarify my situation. Since you say people are attacking you and this and that, then how you think that they're not, if you're not giving anybody anything?
Mm-hmm. Okay. You got another question?
No, it's just not coming to my mind right now. It comes to my mind later.
Okay.
But it was a good one. Okay. But I just can't grab it right now. I should have wrote it down. But she sounds very guilty.
Okay.
She really does.
Yeah.
Whether she did the act or she was there when the act was did. She do know. And she do know. And she's not going to get around that. If you don't want people to represent you or talk to you or anything, you just want to just shut down like that, and we're supposed to just take that? I don't think so.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Cremate him. I'm going to say this. You want to cremate him, but by him being a disability child, the state would have buried that baby.
Right.
You didn't even have to ask nobody for no money. They would have buried him, and I know that for a fact.
Right.
I'm under disability.
I got to open up the lines for somebody else, family member.
Okay. All right. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye-bye. Okay, you guys. Keith, I sent you the link. It's the same link. You got to use that link. Only thing I can do is send you another of the same link. You got the link. I'll send it to you real quick, but it's the same link. I don't know. Anyway, you guys, so is anyone else experiences glitches? Yes. The whole entire channel has been just going around. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. So she said he cries all the time. Yes. He's a picky eater. I know there was somebody else calling in and 3 times and I couldn't get to your call. I'm sorry about that. I try to let people do their call, but okay, we got you on here, Keith.
Another group is different. And
you got to turn down your volume, though.
All right. Hey, one thing I like to say. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening, everybody.
You understand what I'm saying? Good evening.
Um, with this case going on, me and my wife been going through a lot of stuff. We've been searching a lot of stuff. We're finding a lot of information that's been coming up on. It's called Nosy Asses Toledo, and
Okay.
the
We got somebody
cousin
else in the room.
turned
They've been
around
listening.
and
There's,
during the
there's some,
6 days he's been
hold on,
showing
King.
money up in his on his like
King.
Facebook page
Oh,
showing
hold
to
on,
donate
King.
money. They're sitting there with in their hands.
Hold on, Keith. We can't hear. There's a back
Yeah, trying to hear
audio.
you.
There's some. You've got something else is on, so we can't hear what you're saying. No, it was dirt. Okay. You got to turn off the. Okay.
I
Yes.
send you some pictures. You should
Okay.
have received them.
Yes, I did.
And in those pictures, you'll see what I send you that was just during this case.
Uh-huh. Now, what was you saying about some post and somebody was saying something, a cousin, a brother, or something? Keith?
I was saying that I was trying to tell you that um is the cousin and them are the ones that are really doing this, but I think they're only what they're doing is sticking it in the pocket and keep it for themselves. They don't really I don't think they really care for this child.
Oh, so you thinking they just want to get that money for themselves?
Exactly. Because okay, Purple told me today that this Sunday they have 3 funerals at um House a Day. They got 3 funerals. The last one is going to be at 6 o'clock, and that's for the child,
Right.
for
You're right.
Braylen. For Braylen,
Right.
it's 6 o'clock at House a Day this Sunday, and they're leaving the mom be there.
Right. Right.
Now
So they're
I
going.
know the mental health, Major said about mental health. Yes, I know about the mental health myself. I'm a mental health client. I've been in mental health for over 35 years. So if she has mentally problems, why didn't she get help for that instead of taking it out on the baby? If she did take it out on the baby,
Mm, well, we don't know if that's
good question, huh?
right, but we don't know if that's what happened, or maybe maybe her
Exactly.
mom's involved.
If there is dev centers here, mental health services here. Probably you're right. But common sense, if you need psychiatrical help, why didn't you go get it? Because they're here in Toledo, Ohio. There is people will help you mentally.
You gotta look at if she goes to Harvard, they're closed.
Okay.
Remember, if she goes to Harvard,
I mean, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 different mental health services, 4 different mental health services you can go to get help.
But what if she's going to
Even
Harvard?
if it's drug and alcohol, you still got somewhere to go.
Right. So, Keith, what do you think happened?
When her doctor is to get her med.
But then there's but this yeah. Hmm. What now?
What do you think happened?
I know the internet's messing up big time.
I'm trying to ask you, what do you think happened?
Try to text it to me and I can answer you. Maybe you can.
Okay. Okay. Let me see.
What I think happened is that what happened is that from the baby having the surgery done and everything, okay, I think it was so much in pain that the mother could not take it no more. And when she gave him a bath, this is what I heard. Now, heard is opinion, is not a fact. It's opinion. Okay.
Okay.
Um, if the kid was given a bath, and he was crying because he was so much in pain, she could have killed him right then and there.
Right. Yeah.
Not saying it's true. Not saying it's true. I don't know. We don't know. Only God knows what really did happen. I mean, people can say, yes, this happened, that happened, this happened, that happened. You don't know unless the facts come out itself. The person that did it is the only other one that knows. So the grandmother and the mom know what really happened to that child.
Right.
And they want to be hush hush about it because they don't want to go to jail.
But the last person seen him was her, the mother. They say he was with the mother.
And also, they were asking the mother, okay, we're gonna go to Heather Downs' apartments. Okay, wait a minute. She came out and said, "Why do you want to go search there for?" Yeah, exactly. Why she got offensive?
She asked why they're gonna go search there for?
And she told him to go search the airports on an airport.
Right. Maybe she was hiding something.
Yeah. They were gonna go search the ones on the airport, and the mother came out and said, "Why are you gonna go search there for?"
Right. Okay.
I mean, and then yeah, Major says right. Yeah, she was smoking a blunt on a balcony. Went to go get her hair done. Went to go get new baby clothes.
We lost him. Yes, Rich, call on in. I'm getting a whole bunch of information, you guys. So just bear with me real quick. So people are sending information and I appreciate it. Just keep on sending it. Just keep on sending it. Okay, go ahead.
Hello, that's me.
Yes.
Yes. I had a question for the chat, and it's just an overall question for these cases. I'm trying to figure out why the police are not putting surveillance on the families the first couple of days. Just to, because had they did that,
right,
they would have caught whoever supposedly put him in the pool.
Right.
I'm trying to figure out why are they not, like, granted, if something happens to me, to my child, I would understand them looking at me. They have a group of people that's actually, following the information that I'm telling them, and then they should have a group of people who suspect me. As far as we need to, why aren't there any hidden cameras? It seems like they put more energy into catching a drug dealer than to surveillance the family and see what they are actually doing while they believe nobody's watching them.
I'm glad you brought that up because I wanted to get back into a reality conversation when I'm saying, I don't believe that they was not out there watching. I don't believe that the police was not out there watching people coming and going. Do you? After, you know what I'm saying? This child is missing and everybody just leave. I don't believe that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if this child was put back there some kind of way, I believe that they got something, but they're not going to tell us.
Right.
Because would you tell them to say, okay, we're going over this surveillance? Because when Purple was out there was people out there in their cars.
Right.
The next morning, y'all found the child. There was people out there in the cars. Do you not remember her saying, there's people out here all in their cars?
Yeah, sleeping. They were sleeping. Everybody taking turns, basically taking shifts.
I think they, and you know what?
I'm listening.
There's two maintenance guys. There's a Caucasian maintenance guy, and then there's this trans maintenance guy. And we ain't hearing their last name. We ain't hearing, they were at work, one of them quit. The other one, we don't hear nothing. Everybody just sitting back,
I want to say one more thing. I don't know if everybody's aware. But I was trying to find maybe an Amber Alert. And I was searching Facebook, you start with the mother's name, of course. And I was just reading through the post, and I was finding out, finding the original, when the family puts out, has anybody seen her contact these people?
Right.
Okay, so I went through them people, and they don't. To me, they don't. One gentleman, and I can't remember his name. One of them, he was saying a little bit of stuff. He wasn't posting that much. And then the other guy, he's posting like he's not even related. And I would think that somebody that was tagged in the post that serious, you wouldn't be going on with your normal shenanigans as far as sharing posts that are funny and sexual and stuff like that. I would be surprised. It surprised me the lack of concern. I went back days, okay, and it didn't. It wasn't an everyday thing, or it's just that one post I seen him connected to with the mother's name and another gentleman, and it just seemed like a normal, like that wasn't even somebody he knew. So that's when you look at stuff like that, and I'm saying for me personally, when I look at stuff like that, I'm like, was he too much? And was he overwhelming to them? And
it could be, because when those kids, their needs are so much. I mean, it takes another person so that they can cook and clean and think about themselves and give a bath or just get some time to think. I mean, when you gotta go all day, all night, and you can't. Sometimes people break down and they just.
And I would like to say something. I want to say a pretty normal child, and I mean that respectfully. But I feel overwhelmed sometimes, and the fact is that sometimes I feel like I'm okay. I wouldn't do nothing to my daughter, but for me, I be crying out sometimes, and I feel like no one hears me. So when these people actually going through this,
Right.
it's like, family members, they take it for granted, and the support team is not there. That's what I think about when I see a case like this. And when they talked about his feeding tube, Braylen's feeding tube, I'm like, okay, what if something was wrong with his stomach and something happened and she didn't get the adequate attention?
Mm-hmm.
That's where my mind went to. I guess that's what they were insinuating, but that's where I gathered from what they were saying about the feeding tube. I don't know if that's what they were insinuating, but that's what I thought. And I'm like, that could be also a possibility, but it's just, I don't know. I'm lost for words. I'm just go back in the chat. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Right.
Thank you.
Right.
Thank you. Bye. I know people, I know how this case, you just keep going and it just don't make sense. And sometimes you find yourself like, I don't even know what I was trying to think. I don't even know what I'm trying to say. It just, I know you guys. It's been like that even on this live tonight. And I'm sorry for it, but sometimes we'll just keep rattling and we just lose trying to figure out what happened. What can we do? I'm going to get off of here, you guys. I don't even know if I can hold the whole three. I know we got 20 more minutes. Oh, okay. Yes.
Yes. It's Deborah again. My question was the Amber Alert.
Yes.
I looked it up because I wanted to know what was the difference between the Amber Alert and the missing persons alert.
Okay.
Everybody can go look it up. But the only thing that I see, I could be wrong. The only thing I see the difference in them is the Amber Alert is for abduction. Missing persons is missing persons. So if you don't tell them that the child was abducted, you don't get the Amber Alert.
Oh. So you think, okay, come on now. Come on, family. So, and I'm not going to stay on here long, but so what you're saying is, so when she called in and they're saying he fell out the window, he's missing, we can't find him, she didn't say nothing about somebody took my child. So there's no reason to go, she needs an Amber Alert.
Exactly.
Okay.
Because when I looked it up in the missing persons, I seen Malia, I seen Cupcake, they as well was up on the missing person.
But even though a child is missing, parents are not going to know if their child been abducted. Only thing they know is they're not here. They're not saying, oh, I seen this person take my child. We're like, hey, my child is missing and this child is special. And if he ain't around here, the Amber Alert should not just be because somebody abducted. That I didn't see that in the criteria that somebody actually physically pulled this child out the house. That's the only way you're going to get an Amber Alert. That wasn't the criteria that I read.
With King and Cupcake, they were left in the presence of an adult.
Okay, we looked up the criteria for Amber Alert, and it wasn't because somebody had to say it was an abduction. The first criteria,
Now I did it that way too. But where I came up with the different was I asked what was the difference
Oh.
in the Amber Alert and the missing persons alert.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where you're going to get the criteria broke down with the difference, which is really not a big difference. The only thing I see is if you say the child was adopted or if the child is missing.
Right.
That determines which category they will go in.
Okay. Okay.
Whether it's a child or an adult. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't make a difference, I don't think, really about the age really that big. But if I don't say you took my child and none of the relatives got it, then that's an adoption if I say you took my child and I ruled out the relatives. That's an adoption. But if I just say I'm looking for my child and I can't find my child, that's missing.
Mm.
That's not an adoption.
Right.
But you're not going to see those differences until you Google what's the difference between the two.
Right. Okay.
And that's the only thing I seen was the difference.
Okay.
Was the wording.
Okay.
They didn't say adoption, so you didn't get no Amber Alert. And because they just implemented the Amber Alert in Ohio in 2003.
Right. Daphne Bombshell, yes, she can. Okay. Thank you.
So you can look it up.
We'll go over to
and you can all understand how you feel about it. But that was only what I seen. I could be wrong, but that's the only thing I seen was the difference between the two.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're gonna do some more research on it. Thank you, sister.
Oh yeah, I'm nosy.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. You guys know I done got a headache. Hey, this is SP.
Hello.
Yes.
Hi. I had called in before and I was trying.
Yes, you have. Go ahead.
Hello, SP?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm from Chicago. I had called you. First off, I want to say outstanding job you're doing.
Thank you.
You brought my attention to this case. And second, I want to say that I am a mother of a murdered son.
Mm-hmm.
My son was 32 years old when he was murdered here in Chicago.
Right.
And his case is still unsolved.
Mm-hmm.
I looked at this case, and let me tell you, I used to do investigations for money, for people who stole money, for banks and everything. And I also have a major in criminal justice. And I want to say this to you. That 911 call was critical. I can guarantee you, and to let the people calling in know, they are working on this case. The mother mentioned in the 911 call, we have looked everywhere for 30 minutes, even the pool.
Mm-hmm.
Listen to the 911 call. Then I refer you to 4 days later when the daughter does her first interview, which is odd in itself. Remember I said she had this, she was like, are you going to ask me questions? Before she thought the interview had started. And the reporter said, not if you don't want me to. And she said, no. Then they started on the interview and she started these fake tears. Mm-hmm. Now the channel was NBC 24. NBC 24, I guess it's the local news.
Mm-hmm.
And the person was Bree Malaska that did the interview. She had the first interview with this mom, maybe the only one. If you listen to the mom, she is telling you, most of the time the killer tells you something so close to what happened.
Okay, interview. Remember, I was going to come back to you. So now that you're on the phone, let me go pull that video. Let me go pull the video. Just let me go pull it.
Yeah.
NBC 24.
Oh no, we got the interview.
Oh, you had the interview.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am. We've got the interview. So just hold tight. Just hold tight. Just hold tight.
And they're looking at how they act, facial expression.
Okay.
What they say.
So we just found it. So I'm gonna pull it. Share the screen. We said it was allegedly one. Okay. Okay, here we go. We're gonna
Still going live at 4 p.m. We're going to share the interview with the mom right now with you. And I'll see you guys at 4 p.m. Central Time, okay? Here we go. Nora's Closet has a new name and a new...
let's go back over.
You can tell me whatever. If you don't want me to ask you questions, I am just going to ask you to say and spell your first and last name. No, I do, because I don't want to get that wrong, of course. All right.
It's been 4 days since my son has been missing, and I just want whoever to have him, please take him somewhere safe. I know he's scared, and I know he's crying, and he has stomach pains, and he's not eating. He's a picky eater. So if you want to just drop him off somewhere, please drop him off to the police station. You can drop him off here and call my phone. I know he's crying. I know you can't get him to stop crying. He's being picky. He's not eating. And if he's scared, I won't be mad. Please just drop him off to me. I just want him home. That's it.
Thank you so much. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. cut that out, and then
And
Dejane, correct? D-A-J-A-N-E, Cox.
C-A-J-N-A-E, Cox.
Okay, thank you so much. Is there anything else you'd want to say? Okay, thank you.
she tells her a little bit after that, so we'll take that out. What they're talking about is the very
You can tell
beginning.
me whatever. If you don't want me to ask you questions, I am just going to ask you to say and spell your first and last name, though I do, because I don't want to get that wrong, of course. All right.
That's it right there.
It's
Don't
been 4
ask
days
me questions.
since my son has been missing, and
I want to hear what she says right before they came on.
you're not doing like
He said,
questions.
you're not going to
If you don't
ask
want me to ask
questions,
you
are you?
questions, I am just going to ask you to say and spell your first and last name, though I do, because I don't want to get that wrong, of course. All right.
It's been 4 days since my son has been missing, and I just want whoever to have him, please take him somewhere safe. I know he's scared, and I know he's crying, and he has stomach pains, and he's not eating. He's a picky eater. So if you want to just drop him off somewhere, please drop him off to the police station. You can drop him off here and call my phone. I know he's crying. I know you can't get him to stop crying. He's being picky. He's not eating. And if he's scared, I won't be mad. Please just drop him off to me. I just want him home. That's it.
Thank you so much. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
All staged. That's why she could not take questions.
Dejane, correct? D-A-J-A-N-E, Cox.
C-A-J-N-A-E, Cox.
Okay, thank you so much. Is there anything else you'd want to say? Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Yeah. You know, her demeanor prior to the camera going on was, are you going to ask me questions? Who says that your baby is missing? And you come out 4 days later speaking. Who does that? You know, and the reason that the pool, I thought it was her, but it wasn't her. It's actually her mother. In the 911 call mentioned they looked in the pool. So guess what? They have sunk themselves. If you looked in the pool, the first 30 minutes, he was missing. Then why is he in pool now?
Right.
6 days later. They're just wrapping the noose tighter and tighter around them. And let me tell you about family. You've got, I believe the mother, the father, the grandfather, the grandmother, and the daughter are involved in this whole scenario. It's no telling what they told the other relatives.
Right.
I just don't believe it goes that far afield. So these other people think they're protecting all this is innocent, this is what happened. It's not. But I will tell you, when you said that you had people that were going to come on and speak, and now they're not, something's going on.
Right.
Anytime that happens, something's going on. Because what you say can be held against you.
But you know what, though? I know that that person didn't come on, but you know, when they called me, everything's recorded. Yes. Yeah.
I say they're here. Something's going on. They found out something. And like I said, most people do not realize there is a grand jury getting this information, working on this case. You've got a prosecutor's office working on this case. Let me tell you, this child is so important, just like all the others. We're not going to let our kids, as African Americans, we're not going to let our kids be killed by anybody and not hold someone accountable. Right. And the more we speak out, the more we band together, the killer will be brought to justice. And I believe they already know who they are.
Right.
So, and as far as forensic scientists looking at the baby, they can tell if the baby was strangled, if there's air loss.
Well, Yeah, if there's air in the lungs or water in the lungs, because after you stop breathing, you can put the baby in the water. But if there ain't no water in his lungs, he wasn't in that pool when he died. Now,
Exactly. They will have forensics on all of this. And one thing everybody needs to keep in mind: the police always something back on the murder. They won't tell. Only the murderer will know what to do.
right, right,
So,
and that's I don't know. That's where they're gonna get some trouble. Whatever you told them, if it don't line up, just telling a lie, like, can get you 10, 15 years.
yes, it can. And I tell you, if she was out in those woods and she wasn't with a search party, now, if it was the first day and you haven't even reported your baby missing and you're out of the woods looking for your baby, that's one thing. But if it's after you reported the baby missing, why are you out in the dark in the woods?
Right.
It doesn't make sense.
Right.
And as far as the maintenance people, the one thing I want to tell you about Pastor, because I looked at I looked at everything from the moment you started that session that day, and Pastor was giving you clues.
Yeah. He was putting it out there. He was like, there's only but one key. There's only but one key. And I try to tell everybody, go back to that video where the pastor was on there, because he even said something like, because Purple asked him a question, and I think he said something like, because people was like, the dog found him, the police found him. I think he said the maintenance guy was out here to clean the pool or something.
That is the key. That was the key.
Yes. And they're probably trying to get that $5,000.
But he said, I'm his management. So I said, wait a minute. If she's going with the maintenance guy, but they're saying it's the pastor. Pastor says he's in management.
Right.
So who are these maintenance people?
It's two more maintenance. It's two more maintenance guys. One is a Caucasian. His name is Trent. I don't know his last name. And then there's another guy. He's an African American guy that sometimes dress up as women clothes or whatever. They call him Anna. I don't know the last name or whatever. So Trent done jumped up and quit his job, but Anna was down there doing the pool. Why these two people ain't came and said anything? I was the one that found the baby, or whatever. No.
They actually have evidence, or one of them may be the maintenance.
They could still go tell somebody to tell somebody to tell somebody.
I will tell you, the reason why they're upset, check the pool every day. They said something very critical. The pool was checked every day.
Yeah, the pastor said the reason why the pool was shut down, the drain don't work. So the baby can't even be sucked into the drain.
Right. And they were trying to prepare it to open it on a temporary basis for Labor Day. And the other thing that you mentioned about the pool, that key was critical. One key.
Right.
One key.
Right.
Now, you think about it, it's one key.
Right.
So wait a minute, everybody's not have one key. Just one key.
Right.
And then the other thing, the lady, the neighbor, I really felt she saw something. I really feel that pertinent. The two people had to carry a small garbage bag out to the dumpster. That was disturbing to hear. The lady with the purple hair that you had.
Well, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. She's not the only one. Trust me, I know. She's not the only one. She's not the only one.
And another thing for your listeners.
We're talking about different individuals here. And I know that for a fact.
Yeah. The baby was not
not missing on Friday. He was missing. He was missing prior to. He was missing prior to. And that's what this whole situation is about. If you accidentally killed somebody or killed somebody and you want to cover it up, you're not going to call the police the first day.
Right.
So hide the body, figure out what you're going to do. Then after you've done all of that, then you're going to call the police. But the one thing they were worried about, the thing that's going to sink them on, decomposition of that body. Where was that body at? Why is the body only decomposed to this amount of days versus that amount of days? Is decomposition fluent with being underwater or versus being in dry air? It's a lot of things. I hope that they do an arrest. The gentleman that you had on that said they could have took her in for a lot of different things.
Yeah.
They really have, because they could have squeezed it out of her. The more you keep people together and they stay firm with their lies, and they lie.
Right.
If they get a chance to build up their story. The fact that she's afraid to take questions means that she was told, this is what we're going to say, we're going to stick to it. But what she doesn't realize, that's a 1-1 call. That call did them in the first minute they start. The mom opened her mouth. We checked the pool. We walked around the area for 30 minutes, and we checked the pool. They were thought right then. Right then. All they got to do then is question and try to break them. Keep questioning them. Every time they question, they're going to get the wrong answer. They're going to start saying the wrong thing. And they're going to continue questioning. They're going to be questioned so many hours. Sooner or later, somebody will break.
Right.
And, we're not going to let this go.
Right.
So sooner, somebody's going to break. What I think she did, exactly what she said to that reporter. Oh, he cries and he cries. If he doesn't get this or if he's hungry, he cries and he cries. I actually felt, as a mother, she was standing there saying, I don't like my baby crying. It irritates me.
Right.
One mother goes, oh, he's going to cry, he's going to cry because he's hungry. If you're feeding your baby, why is he crying because he's hungry? If he's autistic, then you would have all these things prepared for him, because they have to have a normal type of environment. It has to be timely. It has to be orchestrated. These things that she was saying are closer to the truth of her harming the child.
Right.
And I really believe that killers sort of, they get close to the truth, because that's easier to lie about. But they didn't do it.
Right.
Because they fell out from under.
Right. Okay.
And, so God bless you.
God bless you too.
Keep up the good work. I'm praying for this baby. I don't like to see when a family has nobody speaking for that person, that loved one.
Yeah.
Because if you're a mother, my son was murdered 7 years ago, and I am still fighting the system.
Right.
They deemed murder suicide versus a homicide.
Right.
And I'm going to tell you something. I don't care where, when, and what. I will cry for my child. You will see the tears. If I have to roll up on a ball on the floor, even as this day, for my son, I'll do it. I saw none of this for that baby. So
Right.
God bless you for what you do. God bless you.
Thank you.
God bless you.
God bless you too.
I'm signing off. I'll stay tuning in.
Okay. Well, we're just going to be on for about 2 more minutes. I'm off of here. Our 3 hours is up, and I just want to thank everybody, but thank you for calling in. And I'm hoping some of this information that we're sharing with each other is getting passed along. This is what this is for.
I do know that they're looking at that. I killed him.
Yeah, they are.
FBI.
They're looking at a lot of stuff. That's why we're bringing it out.
And do you not have some good detectives?
Right. But I don't wish nothing bad on someone, especially they're going through something. If she has nothing to do with it and there is something out there, I wanted to just be clear. But I mean, only way we can get to it is we talk about it and we share information. I'm not going to just be angry with her because she looks suspicious or things like that. I'm not going to say nothing negative, but what I see is what I see. But we're going to get some answers on this one. I guarantee you on that.
I agree. And you just hang in there because we're behind you.
Okay.
A lot you've done for this. I'm just going to be honest. You have done more for this child than I've seen that family do. And that's why I'm sort of, if there's anybody in that family, I want to say, speak out. You can't harm anybody by speaking out and showing that this child was loved by somebody. Somebody loved it. So speak out. You don't have to say anything about the case, but call her and just say something for your nephew, your grandson. Say something.
I tell you what, and that's why I felt that, I would like to share some things, but when someone do speak to me, I don't, even when I'm mad and angry, I still don't, just leave it be. Just don't come in and nick and pick and call me no liar because, but other than that, um, some of the family is just looking like we don't know. I mean, they don't know. They do not know. When you love somebody and you got family and you love your family, you don't want this to be a family member going through all of this and all they see is this young little girl. I mean, she's young, 26, 23 to 26. She's a very young girl and but I see only thing I say out of the whole situation, you can show me facts. But only thing I see is at the end of that interview, um, when she said that's it, I was like, whoa. But we're gonna have to get off of here. My husband said, let's eat.
He's right.
Yeah, because I told him to give me 3 hours and he did, and he made sure. It's at 8:02. He said it's time for you, Mama, to come get to work. We're going to talk about it some more. Hopefully, it won't be all over the place. And I know this was, but I mean, I know a lot of people was in their feelings, and I was hoping that they get it out. You know what I'm saying? There was another phone call that I wanted to come up, and it didn't come through. So I'm still waiting, still giving time and chances.
They'll
Yeah.
come through. Take care, Anthony.
All right, you too.
God bless you.
God bless you. You guys, I forgot I was on live. Turn on your fan, girl. This fly that I need to kill. But anyway, you guys, there's some information. I'm glad Dora put that information in the chat because we was all wondering what's this person's name was, and whatever. We're gonna be looking is trying to see what's going on. But I want to thank Lori Holder for giving us a super chat. You guys, that 3 hours went by, and I'm telling you, it didn't fly by. We were trying to, I hope you guys got something out of this 3 hours. Veronica V, thank you very much for the super chat. And Sheila Daly, thank you guys for the super chat. Thank you guys for supporting this channel. Make sure everybody that's in the chat, make sure you see the people in the links. It is the Top Design LLC. They make shirts. If you have a channel or you have organization or something that you need some shirts, the information is in the description. Make sure you guys go and check them out. And Nora's Authentic Designer Handbag. You guys, we're going to do this and we're going to get off of here because I could be on here all night. And my mouse done went dead. So I'm going to have to stroll with my finger because it done went dead.
Nora's Closet has a new name and a new website, you guys. It's called Nora's Authentic Designer Handbags, and this is the grand opening. It is open to the public, and we're gonna take a look at it before anybody else do. Nora has the Jimmy Choo collection, handbags and shoes to match. Expensive but worth the price. Guess handbag and Louis Vuitton. Guys, she's the queen of handbags. Don't be fooled. And sexy is still in. High heel sandals, flats and pumps. Michael Kors, Chanel, every name brand you can think of. Go over to Nora's Authentic Designer Handbags and more, and use your W4C and get your discount. Nora's link is down below.
All right, you guys, make sure you be good, be safe. I'm out of here. I'll see you guys Friday. I'll probably see you early in the morning. Thank you, Emery Googans. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you guys for supporting this channel. You guys know it don't run on water, and we're trying to bring you everything that we possibly can. You guys don't get upset if you don't like somebody that come on. We're trying to get information. You ain't gotta like the person, but the information will help you make a better decision, and that's what we're trying to do. Be good, be safe, you guys, and be nice to each other. Bye.